are up front. At the running back position, they seem to be a little aged. They've got a 36-year-old running back in Janelle Wortham, who's run for 237 yards this year.
Yeah, I would assume he's the oldest player in Division III. I told this story before. I don't know if I've told it on the air, but years ago I was coaching and I had a 41-year-old on my team, and he was actually older than me. So it can happen because at the Division III level, you don't have to go 4 straight years. You can break up your years, so you can be 2 years, 20 years ago, and you can come back and still have 2 years left. Where in Division I, that's not possible. So I'm kind of anxious to see how he looks today.
Did any of your players go up and say, "Hey, coach," to him?
Well, no, but they did. One did ask you. One called him Grandpa, and the other one asked him if he was in Vietnam.
Oh my God!
So I don't believe so. But he could hit a little bit.
Well, good for him. And by the way, let's bring it up right now. Next week is going to be the Hall of Fame weekend. We're going to have a lot of people around here.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that. We have the 4 inductees for next year. Coach Rod Huber, I used to call him Mr. Mount St. Joe. Rod was here from the very beginning when we started men's football, and he retired a few years back, and we're looking forward to having him on campus. Steve Matre, a former pitcher of mine, is also getting inducted, so we're real excited about that.
We're going to keep an eye on some of these players for Anderson throughout the day. Sophomore quarterback Roosevelt Norfleet leads them in passing, but he is not playing today. Their quarterback today is going to be Jacob McCluskey. In 3 games, Chuck, he's a junior, 9 of 16 passing, a 119.8 rating. So for whatever reason, they are not going to go with Norfleet. And by the way, Norfleet's not even on the 2 deep, so he evidently must be injured.
Yeah, injured or some other personal situation. So yeah, I guess they're going to find a little bit more because he's only thrown 16 passes, so not a big sample to go by. So we'll see how the Lion defense matches up against him.
Julian Hoagland is one of their wide receivers. Now, he hauled in 15 passes last week against Franklin for 198 yards, added a pair of rushing touchdowns in the game. Matter of fact, when you look at what they've done offensively for Anderson, they were having trouble scoring anything, and then all of a sudden last week they exploded for 28 points.
Yeah, so that's either one of 2 things. One, either that they finally started clicking and started moving the ball, or maybe Franklin's defense wasn't as good as maybe some of the other opponents are playing, or maybe a little bit of both.
Defensively, they're led by Ebon Pearson, who's got 28 tackles this year. Marcus Ellis leads the team with 3 interceptions this season. But when you look at them defensively, they are doing absolutely nothing up front. They've got 1 sack this year.
Yeah, that's not going to work against the Lions. If Josh has all day to throw, he's going to pick somebody out. And the thing with Josh is even if the receivers are somewhat covered up, he can take off and run. So I think the Anderson defense is in for a long day.
Well, let's put it this way. This is the only defensive line that we've seen this year that weighs less than what the Lions do across the front. The Lions weigh 276 pounds on the average, 267 pounds on the defensive front for Anderson. So it's just something that they got to fight themselves through.
Yeah, usually, like you say, it's the other way around. So for once, we got a little bit of advantage on the weight side there.
Tyler Hopperton, the head coach of the Lions, he is 48-17 in his career, 36-9 in the Heartland Conference in his 7 years as head coach of the Lions. He's been here for 12 overall as he played on the team. Also, he also is the special teams coordinator and safeties coach for the Lions. Caleb Coral is the offensive coordinator for the Mount, and Rick Thompson, the defensive coordinator for the Mount. When we come back, we'll take a look at what's happening around the Heartland Conference today and the standings. We'll do that right after this.
For more than a century, Mount St. Joseph University has prepared nursing leaders who serve their patients with the heart of a lion. With flexible undergraduate and graduate programs, the Mount will help you climb higher. Begin your ascent at msj.edu/nursing.
I wanted to grow my leadership skills, but with work and a busy life, how could I fit it all in? Then I learned Mount St. Joseph University offers a flexible master's program in organizational leadership. For about 1 Saturday a month, I studied and refined my leadership skills alongside working professionals and top-notch professors. I'm now the leader I set out to be. The Mount's organizational leadership program helped me climb higher in my career. Begin your ascent at msj.edu/MSOL.
Dave Mitchell and Chuck Murray right back here at Schuler Field this afternoon, where the Lions getting set to take on the winless Anderson Ravens. But a lot of other things are happening around the campus, especially with the volleyball team and the soccer team, Chuck.
Yeah, women's volleyball continues their outstanding season. They won 2 matches last night. They defeated Wittenberg in 4 sets at Wittenberg, and then Carnegie Mellon out of Pittsburgh. So they're now 17-1, and they're undefeated in the Heartland Conference, looking like they'll probably have a showdown at the end of towards the end of the season with Transylvania. That match will be played here at Mount St. Joe. Women's soccer is 5-0 in the league. They're ironically at Anderson this afternoon. We're hosting their football, and they're away there, so they want to keep up. Hanover's also 5-0. They had a big win the other night against Transylvania, so that was a huge win. The men's soccer team will follow that game. There's a men's and women's doubleheader over there. Men's golf is finishing up their season this weekend, their fall part of the season. And cross country will finish theirs up at the HCAC meet in a couple weeks. So, especially with women's volleyball and soccer, we got a chance to win a couple championships. Things are going great there.
I would be remiss if I didn't ask you any surprises in the Major League Baseball playoffs for you so far.
On paper they're all surprises, but in short series, as we've talked about for years, anything can happen, and typically it does.
Well, let's take a look at what's happening around Division I college football, Chuck. Alabama is leading Arkansas right now in the second quarter, 21-6. Florida State over Syracuse, 17-3. It's Michigan and Indiana, surprisingly, just 4 minutes to go in the first half, knotted up at 7 apiece. Ohio State is beating Purdue 20-0, and Georgia is beating Vandy by a score of 14-7. Last week, Chuck, in the Heartland Conference, in football, it was Hanover defeating Bluffton 21-0. Rose over Manchester 44-7. Franklin beat Anderson, as we said, 36-28, and the Mount over Defiance 62-21, which means there's a 3-way tie at the top of the conference now between the Mount, Rose, and Franklin, all at 2-0. Hanover and Defiance are 1-1, and then comes Bluffton, Anderson, and Manchester, each at 0-2.
I think it's all exactly what we expected. I thought though that Hanover would be 2-0 and Defiance would be 0-2. Still stunned over that result a couple of weeks ago. Looks like Hanover got a little right by shutting out Bluffton this past week, so maybe they're getting it together a little bit. It had to be just one of them kind of crazy upsets. That just was surprising to me.
Today, Manchester is playing at Hanover. Bluffton will be at Rose, and Franklin goes to Defiance. Now, we talked a little bit up at the top about how the Mount has probably the most unadvantageous schedule remaining. They play Hanover, Franklin, Bluffton. They're at Bluffton and at Rose. And then Rose has got Bluffton, Hanover, and the Mount all at home, and they're at Franklin. Manchester is going to be playing Hanover, and Hanover has also got the Mount, Rose, and Anderson. And then Franklin is at Defiance and here, and then Rose and Manchester. So the Lions have got the top 3 teams coming back in to play them over the last 4 games.
Yeah, well, I'm going to be honest with you. I expect us to go to Rose and play them for the championship. I think we'll both be undefeated in the league. Now, that's why you play the games. I think it happened, but I'll be stunned if either one of us lose a game until that one.
I would agree with you. I think it's steering itself down to that one.
Yeah, players can't look ahead. Coaches can't look ahead, but you know what? Me and you can look ahead.
We can look ahead all we want. Overcast skies, the lights are on here at Schuler Field. When we come back, we'll talk with Tyler Hopperton after this.
Celebrate the soggy shoes and the slow starts. Celebrate the lessons learned along the way. These are the wins. Not the shiny nail-biting kind. These are the last a lifetime kind.
We're about 8 minutes away from the kickoff of this afternoon's ball game. Old friends popping up here to see us here this afternoon. Former athletic director Steve Radcliffe stopping up to say hello. Lions are getting set to take on Anderson here this afternoon. As I said, overcast skies. This is really about the first chilly day we've had this year, Chuck.
Yeah, and even today for mid-October, it's not bad. The big thing is, let's keep away that rain. I think it's going to hold off. They're saying, I think, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock tonight, so unless we're in, like, our 5th overtime, we should be good.
That would be good. Tyler Hopperton, of course, in his 7th year as head coach of the Lions. Let's talk with Head coach Tyler Hopperton and Blake Watson, the sports information director, did that earlier this week.
Hop, first, let's talk a little bit about last week's game against Defiance. Obviously, the Yellow Jackets came into that game riding a little high after the win at Hanover. You guys kind of closed that down pretty quickly from the beginning of that game.
Yeah, great start, hot start for our guys. I thought Defiance's win over Hanover, I think, helped our guys focus a little bit, that, hey, these guys are capable of beating us or hanging with us, that sort of thing, compared to how our game went last year. So, thought we had a great week of practice, and it showed early in the first half.
Your defense is, I think I looked it up, top 10 in the country right now in takeaways. What about that unit has led to them being able to take the football away?
One is personnel. We have a lot of guys who played some offense in high school, so they're a little more comfortable, with ball skills and just seeing the offense and feeling the flow, playing the ball. But we put a big emphasis on it. I mean, we do, turnover circuits and turnover drills every single day. Last spring and into this summer camp, there's a big emphasis from, Coach Thompson down on, taking strikes at the football and attacking the football. So it's a mix of guys that can do it, but also focusing on it too.
I don't know if Dave talked to you about this at all last week, but a little bit off the beat. That's something you don't typically talk about. Kyle getting that record a couple weeks ago, your kicker, and he's a kid that's had to persevere, right? Wasn't a top level dude when he first got here, and ended up having a fantastic kicking career for you. And as a special teams coordinator, obviously that's important to you. What has Kyle's growth and his career been like as his special teams coach?
Yeah, so I mean, and he's Kyle Farsing's super quiet by nature. So especially when he first got here, and we had an established kicker at the time, had a decent freshman year, but didn't really do a ton. Needed to rely on him, weren't sure what you would be able to get, and had a really good first year kicking for us. And then he's a guy that you're asking to come back for a fifth year. But it's also been really cool to see him, grow into a leader on campus as well, where he's super involved on campus. He's super selfless on campus and has helped some other students out on campus and things, and was able to get his undergraduate degree pretty quickly and get his work on his graduate degree. And somebody that almost like a duck on the water. You don't know how busy his feet are underneath the water, but he's somebody who's really gotten a lot done here at the Mount. And kind of quietly, I mean, he's obviously kicked a ton of extra points for us, but all of a sudden quietly is now the kicking points leader for the Mount in our 34-year career. And definitely happy for Kyle, and somebody that deserves it on a couple different levels.
Yeah, and Kyle, kicking is one position we've had really good kickers. Like Shane Kelly's an All-American. Jerry was fantastic. To be the guy that owns that record is a pretty big deal. So we turn to Anderson this week. I know Defiance was still a young coaching staff, new to that school. Third week in a row you're playing a coaching staff that's kind of really new. What have you seen out of Anderson so far on film that this new coaching staff might be bringing to that program?
Yeah, I think everybody, new coaches always just trying to find your fit. It's new players, got the job a little late, so it's also, you haven't necessarily had a chance to totally flood in, a recruiting class and stuff either. So it's kind of that weird mix of a new direction, but kind of with the old guard, as well as with new coaches and young coaches. So you can definitely see positives and negatives from that. Negatives, it is hard sometimes. This would be the fifth or sixth different quarterback you've seen, so they're kind of rotating guys, trying to find the guys. Some guys are doing good or inconsistent or this or that. So I think some of it's trying to see what you can do with your guys. At the same time, I think they do a good job of, the talent they do have and trying to isolate those guys on offense, and on defense kind of allowing those guys to play and putting them in a spot to try to be successful. So, I think they are doing a good job, trying to put those guys in a good spot. But you can definitely tell they're trying to still find their niche.
Without going too in-depth, what do you think we'll do schematically against Anderson today to try to exploit those young guys that they're playing in the limited time that coaching staff's been with them?
Yeah, I think defensively, we're very athletic, so I think utilizing that. Last week you saw a lot of pressure. We can run with guys, so I think you'll see a lot of man, a lot of pressure, allow our guys to play fast. Potentially some different looks too, just with new quarterbacks, different quarterbacks, where if they know we're only sitting in one coverage, it's a little easier for them to maybe make reads, where if we're kind of mixing it up, that it's hard for new quarterbacks to kind of know what's coming or where it's going or where guys are dropping or guarding man. And then, on offense, it helps that, we've been able to be multiple in a lot of different ways. So I think, that'll help against Anderson's defense today where, we're able to be everything from, 5 wide to, 3 tight ends and everything in between. And I think mixing that up will, put some stress on their personnel.
Hob, thank you. Good luck today.
Thank you.
Passion's love. Passion is love for what you do. Because I think when you face challenges, it comes down to how much you want it and how much you love it. Passion is what keeps you going forward. Seeing so many people that were like-minded and so hardworking in their sport and academics, being surrounded by like-minded people makes you want to be more passionate. I think it pushes you to a different level that maybe you didn't think you had. And you can do the best of both worlds and love all of it.
Dave Mitchell, Chuck Murray right back here at Schuler Field where the Lions getting set to take on the Anderson Ravens here this afternoon. Chuck, I'll give you the pleasure. The flag in the wind.
It's kind of swirling around a little bit. Right now it looks like it's going from south to north, but now it's kind of looking like it's going north to south, but now it's blowing the other way, so it's kind of confusing. We haven't had the coin flip yet, but usually whoever wins the coin flip will pick the defer, and then they'll take that. Usually whoever loses then will take the win in the first quarter. So we'll see how that goes.
Chuck, we've always talked about Defiance and how it's a wind tunnel down there.
God.
Last week it was so confusing because the flags above the press box were blowing straight from north to south, but the flags above the goalposts were just hanging limp.
Yeah, like I said, I was up there a couple years ago, and I think I told you the story. Jerry Porter was kicking balls in pregame with the wind, and it was going 80 yards. It was just crazy. It was going against the back fence by the baseball field. The wind was so ridiculous.
The Lions come into this one with a record of 4-1 heading into this one, and they are 2-0 in the Heartland Conference. Meanwhile, Anderson, they are winless, 0-5 and 0-2 in the Heartland Conference. I'm Dave Mitchell with Chuck Murray. When we come back, we'll have the opening kickoff for this afternoon's ball game right after this timeout.
My mom used to take Logan and I to Skyline. Since I got my driver's license, now he makes me go with him all the time and drive him there. I come home and he's just like at the door and he's like, can we please go to Skyline? I'm like, Logan, chill, we just got home. But it's fine with me because I love it too. Because it's like the one place that we actually like have like a conversation. And it just became like something really special for us, and now we do it all the time and we just love it.
Skyline Chili, 5137 Delhi Pike.
U.S. Army hosted a conversation between Mike Krzyzewski and General Martin Dempsey, two iconic leaders shaped by basketball and the Army.
Joining the Army can be looked at as an uncommon path. Why would you want to be common? You have an opportunity to join the best team in the world. Run to it. It's your opportunity.
These legends are shaping up the next generation of young Americans. Be sure to catch the full conversation on NCAA.com.
Dave Mitchell, Chuck Murray right back here at Schuler Field. Chuck, the Lions won the toss but deferred.
Yeah, as we talked about, typically I would say 90 to 95% of coaches do that. Occasionally you'll see a coach want the ball to try to get on. I believe Defiance, if I remember correctly last week listening to you guys, they won the toss, took the ball. I think the first play they fumbled, then it was downhill after that.
They did, and then they went for it on the second possession on fourth and less than a yard, and the Lions defense, maybe the biggest play of that ball game, stopped them.
Yeah, and then it was over.
It was pretty much over. Dropping back, set to return for Anderson to get this ball game underway is Trey Staley and also Markeen Taylor. So Staley and I believe that's Taylor back there. Let's take a look and make sure. Well, yep, that is Taylor, number 11. It's going to be Kyle Farfson kicking it off for the Lions. They will be going from right to left across your computer screen here this afternoon. Lions in their home dark blue jerseys this afternoon with gold pants, gold numerals, or gold trim, I should say, the white numerals and the white helmets. Anderson, who was late getting here, but we're going to get this one underway, in their white jerseys, black pants, and orange numerals. Farfson kicks it off high over end kick. It'll be taken in by Staley at the 15. He'll get it forward to about the 20, outside the 20 near the 25-yard line, and that's where the Ravens will start. 1st and 10 with their quarterback, Jacob McCloskey, who is 9 of 16 passing, 120 quarterback rating this year. He's got no interceptions, no touchdown passes, and he is number 12 on the back of his white and orange jersey. And as he comes out onto the field. Checking him out to the right of him is going to be 36-year-old Janelle Wortham. 47 carries this year, 237 yards on the ground. Out of the pistol, dropping back is McCloskey. Throws it out into the flat to Wortham, and the Lions smelled it immediately and dropped Wortham back at the 20 for about a 5-yard loss, Chuck.
Yeah, Anthony Wright was over there right away. Also, Brady Buller, like you said, sniffed it out right away. 5-yard loss right off the bat, so we got him second and long.
We are so used to the way Anthony Wright has been playing fantastically lately that you don't even talk about him.
Yeah, I mean, I was kidding with him the other day. I can't remember what, I think it was our last home game. I said, I don't think you played hardly at all. He goes, I didn't much, but I did play. So make sure you mention me. So, Anthony, I got you on the first play there.
Lamson goes out wide to the left-hand side as Anderson will spread the field. They're going with a huddle offense this year. Second down 15 from the 20-yard line in their own territory. Fake handoff. Now it is a handoff to Wortham around the right-hand side. Gets it to the 20 and run out of bounds at the 21, maybe the 22-yard line. Gain of about 3 on the play, and it'll bring up third down. And, boy, they're going to give him all the way out to the 25.
Yeah, that looked like a pretty generous spot. Yeah.
So a 5-yard gain for Wortham. Told you he's 36 years old. He's older than all of the running backs in the NFL.
Yeah, that's interesting.
He could be a CEO for a company by now. Going out wide to the left-hand side is Graves. Graves has got Hoagland in the slot to the left-hand side. Spread offense. Dropping back is McCloskey. He's going to throw it up the left-hand side. Hangs in the air, and it's through the hands of Devin Donaworth and incomplete.
Boy, he just threw that kind of up for grabs. He was hoping the guy could go up and make a play, and Devin, I think he thinks he should have probably came up with that interception.
Did the wind affect that at all, Chuck?
It just got up in there and fluttered, so I would say probably yes, but he just kind of threw it up, and I think he just said, I'm going to throw it up and hope like heck he can catch it, because it seemed like a wing and a prayer there.
So dropping back set to punt on the play is going to be Elijah St. Pierre. He's averaging 32 yards a kick. This will be his 33rd punt of the season. And Devin Donaworth, our pregame guest, is dropping back to his own 40, and that's a high shank off to the right-hand side. It's going to take a mount bounce in their own territory, and in Anderson's territory, and bounce out of bounds at the 44-yard line. Boy, we're looking at about a 16-yard punt there, Chuck.
Yeah, he just, like you say, you described it perfectly. He shanked it. The lines are set up in great field position. I wouldn't be surprised if we took a shot right away here.
Josh Taylor, the quarterback. Mariano McKenzie is going to start at one running back position. Gary Powell is at the tight end, but he is flanked out to the left-hand side with Cornell Beecham. Now Newton moving in motion to the far side, flow out into the flat. It's complete to Powell on the underneath route, and he takes it inside the 35 and run out of bounds at the 33-yard line, 11 yards on the completion.
Gary's become more and more a member of this passing attack. You know, he used to kind of be a goal line guy, but he's getting a lot of passes now in the middle of the field.
McKenzie lines up on the right-hand side of Josh Taylor. Taylor out of the pistol formation. He fake handoff, drops back on play action, looks to his right. Great protection. He's going to throw the ball deep. Coming back for it, and it's incomplete. That is Pollard out there. Pollard is playing today. He's been out for the last couple of games with an injury. We weren't sure he was going to get to play today, but he's out there now.
Yeah, he kind of looked, he was looking around for a flag. He threw it back shoulder a little bit, and he was looking for a flag, didn't get one.
12:52 left to go in the first quarter. No score. Each team has had the ball once. McKenzie lines up right behind Taylor in the pistol. Powell tight end left behind the left tackle. Fake handoff. Throws out to the left-hand side to Beecham. Complete. Got 1 foot down inside the 25-yard line, and that's an 8-yard completion. And it'll bring up second down, make it third down and about a yard. Lions across that front line. Colin Kandra at left tackle. Aiden Studeville at left guard. Danny Mabe, the center. The right guard, Devin Salyers. And the right tackle, Donnie Lewis. They're averaging about 276 pounds across that line. Powell, tight end left, lines up right behind Donnie Lewis at the tackle spot. Fake handoff. Taylor throws into the flat, and it's complete. Nice diving catch by Cornell Beecham inside the 10 to the 7.
Yeah, what a great catch by Cornell. He let him just a little too far. If it's a perfect pass, he's going to waltz right in the end zone. But Nice third down completion. Anderson stacked the box looking for a run.
Here goes the juggernaut, the Lions offense in the red zone. This year, 31 of 35 in the red zone. Dropping back is Taylor. Throws it into the end zone. He has got a receiver, but it is Pollard, and it's over his head, incomplete.
Yeah, good coverage right there by Anderson. It was a tough throw back of the end zone. Good coverage there by Anderson.
Here's an interesting stat on that red zone. The Lions 31 of 35, but they're 29 for 35 in touchdowns inside the red zone.
That's pretty good. In fact, it's real good.
McKenzie, who has yet to touch the football, is back in the backfield with Taylor. Eli LaFrange is in as the Lions go with a two tight end set. Tight end left, Powell tight end right behind the right guard. And Taylor, fake handoff, throws into the end zone. It's incomplete. Tried to go to Joey Newton on that crossover pattern.
Yeah, really good defensive play. I can't quite make the number out, but that was a really good defensive play.
Looked like number 2.
Looked like number 2 would be, according to this, would be Connor Esick.
Yep.
A little surprised that the Lions haven't tried to run the football here a little bit inside the 10, but they do like to throw it.
Well, let's see what happens here. It is third down, goal to go from the Anderson 7. Powell tight end left. Beecham out wide left, wide right Newton. McKenzie in the backfield. Now Newton moves in motion to the near side. Now reverses, goes back to the far side. Taylor looks left, now goes right. He's got Newton in the end zone right at the goal line. He's going to be stopped at the goal line. They're going to say the ground caused the incompletion, but they're going to give him the pass anyway. And the Lions are going to have fourth down, goal to go, Chuck, right at about the half-yard line.
Yeah, that was the old Cooper Kupp in and out route by Joey right there, and he was definitely down when the ball popped out. So fourth and less than a yard, as you said. This is where I like the quarterback sneak, but they don't do that. So we'll see what kind of play they run here.
Dylan Novak in the game for the Lions at one wide receiver. He's going to line up on the line at a tight end spot on the right-hand side. Now Eli LaFrange moves in motion to the far side. Handoff McKenzie. He's going to take it in, untouched for the score. Touchdown, Lions.
Yeah, really nice run there. Hole open up on the right side. He just kind of walked in there pretty easily. Lions on the board first.
So McKenzie takes it in from a yard out. Lions lead at 6-0, 11:08 to go in this first quarter of play. And Kyle Farsing in to attempt the extra point. He is 34 for 38 this year in XPs. Right-footed kicker. Pray to the holder, and the kick is drilled right through. 11:08 to go in the first quarter. Your score, it's the Mount 7, Anderson nothing on UltimateSportsTalk.com.
Every day is a great day at the Wishbone Tavern in the Delhi Plaza. The Wishbone Tavern still serves the best wings and burgers in town, but now they offer brunch on Saturday and Sunday starting at 10 a.m. And for your next event, use the Wishbone Tavern's party room, capable of holding up to 60 people. Contact Nicole for a reservation. With a menu full of fresh ingredients, hand-breaded appetizers, and a relaxed family-type atmosphere, your good time will begin when you walk in the door. The Wishbone Tavern in the Delhi Plaza, a proud member of the community, open Monday through Friday at 11, Saturday and Sunday at 10. Repairing a sewer line in your front yard can be costly and unsightly. Say goodbye to excavations and unsightly nuances in your front yard by calling Neiman Plumbing for all your sewer repair needs. Neiman Plumbing can repair your sewer line by using their trenchless, no-dig sewer repair. Say goodbye to having to repair your lawn. Neiman's trenchless sewer repair involves installing a liner inside the sewer line to prevent future backups. Call Neiman Plumbing, 513-851-5588 for your trenchless, no-dig sewer estimate, or visit them online, NeimanPlumbing.com.
Lions take the early lead 7-0, and Staley is going to grab that kickoff at his 1-yard line after it bounced, and he picked it up along the left-hand side, struggles forward to about the 11, and he'll get out to about the 14-yard line.
Kyle's done a really nice job with that directional kicking on the kickoffs. He's pinned teams in there, and now, boy, we got him inside the 15. They're going against the wind, so we got a chance, if we hold him here, to get another short field, Dave.
So Anderson will start out. They had to punt the ball away their first time having the football. Now they'll have it back inside their own territory at the 14-yard line. And that's where they will start out.
I think they'll come out running the football this series.
McCluskey is going to pitch it off around the left-hand side. Nice run on the jet sweep off a pitch out. That's actually a pass, and it was completed for the Ravens to Julian Hooglin. Hooglin had 15 catches last week, and he runs this time for about 4 yards, makes it 2nd and 6.
Yeah, I would assume with them going against the wind this quarter, you'd try to shorten the quarter as much as you can. At least that's what I'd try to do.
10 and a half remaining in this first quarter. They're going to give him 5 on that carry, make it 2nd down, 5 yards to go. McCloskey with Wortham in the backfield, and Wortham fake handoff, and then they're going to throw it back to Wortham on the screen. He's got a lot of blockers in front of him to the 30, and he's across the 30 out to the 35-yard line. That's going to be a gain of about 14 on that catch, but a first down for the Ravens.
Yeah, nice little screen set up there, and Anderson's moving the ball a little bit here. Going hurry up.
Wortham in the backfield with McCluskey. And Wortham's going to get it. They're going to run a reverse around the left-hand side. That goes to Latham. And Latham's going to get hit and drop back inside the 25 to the 22-yard line. Make that Lamson, Ted Lamson.
Looked like Anthony right back there again. And, boy, a big negative play there for the Lions. It was just too slow developing, Dave. Just, a long handoff and then another quick pitch back. It's just too long to develop.
That's going to be a loss of about 9 yards on that play. Chuck brings up 2nd down, 19 yards to go. McCluskey is going to send Hooglin out slot right. And he's got Lamson wide right. Handoff goes to Wortham. Nope. He threw it right into Anthony Wright's hands. Wright intercepted to the 20, and he's going to take it inside the 20 down to the 16-yard line.
Yeah, Dave, Anthony looked like the intended receiver. He literally threw it right to him. So the Lions, again, their defense creates one of them turnovers. Coach Thompson's team has done that quite a bit this year, his defense, and now the Lions are ready to strike again.
So the Lions have the football back in Anderson territory. 8:47 left to go in the first quarter. 1st and 10 for the Lions. We're unable to give you any stats right now. The stats are down. 7-0 Lions lead it. Taylor has got McKenzie to his right. McKenzie has got the only score of the ball game on his first carry, just a yard out. Play action. Taylor's going to look into the end zone, goes deep into the end zone, and it's going to be pass interference as Cornell Beecham got knocked down going for that pass.
Yeah, the defensive back was beat. He turned around, and if you turn around and find the ball, sometimes he'll let it go, but he never did. Ran into an easy call by the officials.
Trying to see who that is back here. It looks like Marcus Ellis was the one that got the penalty call.
Pass interference, defense, team. Ball will be placed on the yard line, automatic first down.
You know, it's interesting, Dave, in the NFL, if it occurs in the end zone, they put it on the 1. In college, they put it on the 2. Just very interesting.
So it'll be 1st to goal for the Lions from the 2-yard line. Again, McKenzie behind Taylor. Powell tight end left off the left guard. Handoff, McKenzie skips to the left, now to the right, looking to get in, and he's going to be gained, tackled, and dropped at about the 1-yard line. Yep, they're going to put him right back at the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Yeah. Nice job there by Anderson. Mo tried to bounce out of there and try to find a running lane, just couldn't find it. So 2nd and goal.
8 minutes to go in this first quarter. Lions knocking at the door again. McKenzie to the left of Taylor this time. Ball in the center of the field at the 2. 2nd and goal. And handoff goes to McKenzie. Then he flips it back to Pollard. They're going to throw it into the back of the end zone to Cornell Beecham for the score. Touchdown, Lions.
Wow, what a play that Coach Coral dialed up there. Looked like, on the reverse there, hey, there's 2 defensive guys. He's not going to get it, but just toss it right to Cornell, wide open, nobody around him.
Do you think the Lions saw what Anderson tried to do on their last possession and just went ahead and tried it again?
Wow.
So Pollard gets the touchdown pass. I thought immediately they were going back to Taylor in the end zone for the score, but they got it to Beecham for the touchdown, and the Lions lead at 13-0. And the kick by Farfsing is up, and it is good. An official timeout on the field, 7:47 left in the first. It's the Mount 14, Anderson nothing on UltimateSportsTalk.com.
Sometimes circumstances require the services of a private investigator. And when that happens, contact Official Investigations and Security Services in Cincinnati. They specialize in surveillance, insurance fraud investigations, workers' comp, witness location and protection, accident reconstruction, and stolen auto and construction equipment. Official Investigations and Security Services also provides mobile notary services throughout the tri-state area. So for your needs, call the best. Courtesy, professionalism, experience, and results. Official Investigations and Security Services at 844-263-3424.
Dave Mitchell and Chuck Murray right back here at Schuler Field. The Lions have jumped out on top of this one early, 14-0, and that's just what the doctor ordered, Chuck.
Yeah, it really did. A game like this, you want to get out on top. What we call, you don't want to give the other team any what we call courage, like, hey, they think they can hang in there and win, kind of like what Hanover did with Defiance a few weeks ago.
So Farfsing will kick it off. It is Staley and Taylor back set to return. High end over end kick. It'll be taken in by Staley again at the 2. Cuts to the center of the field to the 10. Cuts to the right. He's upended at the 14-yard line by the Lions.
Brady Pierce with a great open field tackle. Boy, what a play.
Pierce, great play. Number 7 out there for the Lions. And Anderson will take it in again at their 14-yard line.
Again, special teams, Dave's inside the 20, heck, inside the 15, as you just mentioned. So, great starting, position for our defense.
7:40 left to go in the first quarter. Coming up at halftime, we'll have a preview of the Bengals game coming up this weekend. They're playing the Seahawks. 1st and 10 for Anderson, going from left to right. Handoff to Wortham off the left side. Got a lot of room to the 20. He's going to be upended at the 25 and dropped at about the 27-yard line. 13 yards on the carry for the 36-year-old.
Yeah, Devin Donalworth kind of tripped him up a little bit there. But, yeah, that's why I was a little surprised they haven't been feeding him a little bit more. His first run was 5 yards. They ran him on a screen, and now that. So, again, especially against the wind, I would assume he would get a few more carries this quarter.
Anderson goes with the huddle almost all the time. And, yes, I did say 36-year-old. That's Wortham. Wortham, the running back to the left. Moving in motion is Lamson. Now the handoff goes to Wortham, and Wortham's going to be hit behind the line and dropped for about a yard loss. Boy, the Lions penetrated that offensive line immediately. Chuck and got in there for the tackle.
Yeah, it looked like Evan Schlensker got in there, made the initial hit and stop. So, second, and we're, like you said, no gain.
Second down, 10 yards to go. 6:42 and running here in the quarter. Not as good a crowd as you would expect here today, but it did fill up late. Of course, we told you it's about 55 degrees here now.
Everybody's used to 75 and sunny, I guess.
I was, and I'm in my shorts as usual. Here we go. And the handoff goes to Wortham around the left-hand side. He's going to pick up the first down outside the 40 and dropped at the 43-yard line. Another 13-yard run by the running back, Wortham.
Yeah, Devin Donalworth got him again. But, yeah, again, if I'm Anderson, I'm going to run that guy. Boy, he's, again, it shortens the quarter, and he can run a little bit. Nice job by the offensive line to open up a couple holes there. So, Anderson moving the ball a little bit.
They are running it right behind their left tackle, Mekhi Hall, and left guard, Keim Simmons.
Yeah, that's probably their strength there.
Trips out to the far side for Anderson. Good snap, handoff to Wortham around the right side this time. Takes it across the 41 out to about the 42. So that'll be a gain of, call it about a yard and a half. It'll bring up second down, 9.
It looks like Jackson Pruitt maybe was in on that, but he runs hard and he's got some good speed. He's a good back. Reminds me a little bit of the kid from Baldwin Wallaceville last year, the Murray kid a little bit. Good speed, big, strong. I call him kid, I guess he's a man, but good running back.
Like I said, he's older than any of the running backs in the NFL, believe that or not. Second down, 9 yards to go. Fake handoff, throw over the middle, and it's incomplete. Went right through the hands of the intended receiver. Dietrich Johnson, the tight end, and then it was almost intercepted by the Lions back there with Donaworth.
Yeah, he just couldn't. He got a hand on it, just couldn't quite get it. So we got him in 3rd and long here. They tried a quick little pass, and just was a little bit overthrown and almost intercepted.
Nate Austin back with Donaworth at the safety positions. The corners right now for the Lions are Deshaun Starks and also out there, Jonas Smith dropping back on setting up the screen and overthrowing it on the screen is the quarterback McCluskey to Wortham. So it'll bring up 4th down 9, and Anderson will bring in their punter.
Yeah, again, they must be listening to me or something. They're trying to get the ball to him almost every time, and the screen was set up halfway decent there, but he just overthrew him. So they're, like you said, they're forced to punt.
Clock stops on the incompletion. 5:03 left to go. 14-0 Lions on top of it. Next week, Hall of Fame Day. And that's against Hanover next week here at Schuler Field. Lions shifting on the defensive line, showing that they're coming after. Here they come, and a punt by Sinclair gets away, and it's going to take an Anderson bounce inside the Mount 30. It'll be downed at the 25-yard line. That's going to be a 33-yard punt. No return.
Dave, a quick score up at Anderson, the women's soccer game. They are scoreless at halftime. So scoreless at halftime. We'll keep an eye on that.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, stand up and cheer.
So the Lions come back out on offense. They are 2 for 2 so far in this game on possessions and touchdowns. 4:57 remaining. Taylor still the quarterback, but now it is Gifford in at running back for the Lions. Gifford 206 yards off the ground. Taylor throws it out to the left-hand side, complete to Joey Newton, and Newton will take it with his head down across the 30 out near the 34-yard line. He's about a yard shy of the first down.
Lions going to hurry up.
Anderson uses the huddle. The Lions do not. And fake handoff to Giffords. Throw on the slant. Incomplete to Zane Dine. Boy, you would think so. Getting there really quick on the play was Marcus Ellis, but Dine could not bring in the catch. It'll be 3rd down and a yard.
Yeah, he was grabbing him off the line of scrimmage, and that sure looked like pass interference to me.
Dine is out wide to the left. Wide to the right, Joey Newton. Brock is slot right. In the backfield, Giffords gets the handoff. He's got the first down, breaks into the clear to midfield, cuts into the right strike. He's at the 30, and he's going to be brought down from behind inside the 25 near the 20-yard line. That's a 46-yard run.
Great job by the right side of the offensive line. Jackson hit it hard and sprinted all the way down, like you said, to the 20-yard line. Big 3rd down pickup there.
4:15 left to go in the first quarter. Good news, we got the stats back. And now the official is going to call an illegal procedure against the Lions as false start, and that'll be the first penalty of the ball game. The Lions have really improved on the flags during important parts of the game. It's still at the end of the games that they're having problems. And that's a false start against the Lions. They'll knock them back 5 yards, back outside the 25 to the 26-yard line, 1st and 15. We'll give you some stats here in just a moment from Schuler Field. Gifford with that run, 45 yards, dropping back Taylor. Looks into the left corner of the end zone. He's got Dine. He's got it at the 7-yard line, reached up and grabbed that thing for a 19-yard reception and another first down for the Lions.
That's a tremendous catch. He went up and snatched it. Probably a couple defenders in his way. Great catch, good throw.
Lions hustle up to the line of scrimmage, 1st and goal from the 7. Dropping back Taylor. He's under a heavy rush. Throws it to the goal line. It's a touchdown, Lions, Joey Newton. Newton with the touchdown catch, his 7th of the year.
Yeah, I think Anderson's defensive backfield got their signals crossed up because Joey basically ran down to the goal line, turned around, and nobody was within 5 yards of him. So the Lions scored their 3rd TD of the first quarter.
3:40 to go in this first quarter, and it's 20-0 the Mount. Farfsing again for the extra point. Good snap. Prather gets it down. Kick is drilled right through the uprights. 3:40 to go in the first quarter. It's the Mount 21, the Ravens nothing on UltimateSportsTalk.com.
What or who is Nesco Resource? We're a nation of individuals who are passionate about helping our communities and the people in them. How do we do it? We find companies that need staff and we match them with talented people to do great work. With so many openings in your area, we can help you find the right fit for your schedule, for your skills, and for your life. With Nesco, you're closer than you think to your next opportunity.
Think better, feel better, be better. At Iron Sharpens Iron, 5229 Montgomery Road in Cincinnati, train with passion and purpose. Be challenged by the 3 core principles: strength, core, and cardio. Make yourself better mentally and physically. Iron Sharpens Iron provides a fun and effective fitness training that you'll love. Try one of their 6 different programs: the Iron Circuit, Early Burn, Thrive, the Good Fight, Trinity, and Super Saturday. Ready for a better gym experience? Get to Iron Sharpens Iron today. 5229 Montgomery Road in Cincinnati.
Farsing will kick it off for the Lions, and it is a high, short, end-over-end kick that bounces in front of Taylor, and he's going to pick it up near the 5, cuts it to the center of the field to the 10, and he's going to be brought down by Newbold at about the 11, maybe the 12-yard line.
Outstanding job there by the Lions. Again, and great kicking by Kyle, just pooching it right in that corner down around the 10, 15-yard line, and again, they're starting inside their 20. Real quick, Dave, Hanover leads Manchester 7-0. Rose leads Bluffton 20-7, and Franklin leads Defiance 14-0. We'll keep you up to date as the day goes along.
Well, you talk about coming down to earth with an extreme thud. Yeah. That is the Yellow Jackets. I want to ask you a question about them after this play. McCluskey, the quarterback, with Wortham right behind him. McCluskey now moves a man in motion. Now turns around and hands it off to the backup running back now, Marquine Taylor. Taylor, a freshman, 5'7", 170 pounds, takes it right back to the line of scrimmage, and nope, they're going to say he came up short of the line, and he's brought down after about a yard loss. Could the move to the NAIA have really been a detriment to this Yellow Jackets football team?
Boy, that's a really good question. I don't. They're going to have to recruit, and boy, I don't know.
I mean, right now with this team.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question.
Second down, 11. High snap. McCluskey got his hands on it, and he's just going to throw it out. It's intercepted by the Lions at the 20-yard line, brought back to the 18-yard line, and that is Deshaun Starks.
That's probably the easiest interception he's ever had. He was just trying to get rid of it and avoid the loss, but he just threw it right to him.
That's his 5th interception of the season. He leads the Heartland in that category. 21-0, the Lions lead it. And if I remember right, they had 28 points at the end of the first quarter last week, so they're going to look to do that on back-to-back weeks.
Yeah, they sure are. Yeah, just bad snap, high snap, and he just tried to get rid of it. He should have threw it out of bounds, and he just threw it right to him.
Taylor, the quarterback, Powell, tight end right, off the right guard. And in the backfield again is Gifford. Beecham is out wide to the left-hand side. 2 receivers out wide to the right. Taylor looks to the right, throws it out, complete to Pollard. Pollard inside the 15, run out of bounds near the 13-yard line. Nope, they're going to put him right at the 15. So a gain of about 5 on that play. Taylor is now 9 of 13 on the day for 83 yards. Second down, call it a long 5 for the Lions from the 15-yard line. Taylor looking at the play clock. He's got 14 seconds on that. Gifford in the backfield, fake handoff. Taylor throws it near the corner of the end zone, complete to Pollard, and Pollard gets knocked out of bounds on the play. Got knocked out by Eben Pearson. Pearson, we said, coming in, their leading tackler from the corner position. That's one thing you really don't want, do you, Chuck, as a football coach?
Your corners are making all those tackles, you got problems.
Pollard's going to come out of the ball game. Remember, this is his first game back in 3 weeks. Good to see him back on the field, though. Austin Price missing today. Also missing today for the Lions. I'll get you that name here coming up in just a second. LaFrange in at tight end. Handoff Gifford. Gifford skips to the right, skips to the left, takes it in from the 6. Touchdown, Lions! Nice run by Gifford.
Yeah, he kind of was dancing around, finding that hole, following his blockers. It looked like he wouldn't get in, but he got his way in there. So that's that 4th touchdown, Dave.
So the Lions now lead it 27-0. With a minute 33 to go in this first quarter. And Farsing in to attempt his 4th extra point of the day. Prather the holder. Snap is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. 1:33 left to go in the first quarter. It's the Mount 28, Anderson nothing on UltimateSportsTalk.com.
Is your business ready to increase productivity while transforming health outcomes and lowering health insurance costs? I'm Tanya Fosnok-Jolliffe, founder of LIT Wellness Solutions, where we're helping companies ignite a safer and more productive workforce while improving health outcomes through intentional lifestyle as medicine solutions. Visit LITWellnessSolutions.com today and let us help your company change how you view wellness programming.
Lions lead at 28-0 here at Schuler Field on now just an overcast Saturday afternoon. Temperature about 55 degrees. Lions so far in the ball game, they are 10 of 14 passing for 95 yards in the ball game, Chuck. Total yards in the contest, they've been outstanding. When you look at the total yards so far in the contest, as I'm trying to find it here, I apologize. And the Lions are going to kick it off. I'll find it for you and get it back. And Farsing kicks it. It's going to be taken in by Staley. And Staley evidently put his knee down.
No, he put the fair catch sign up.
Okay.
Even though he dropped it, so he's going to take him on the 25. And that's going to be good field position for them. And our total yards probably isn't a ton. We've had a lot of short fields too.
Yeah.
So
Lions have run for 51 yards and they've passed for 94 yards in the ball game.
Oh, wait a minute, Dave. Excuse me. Since he didn't catch it cleanly, they're going to put the ball at the 9 instead of the 25. So a tough break for Anderson.
Minute 30 to go. So that's where they're going to start. So Staley put his knee down and they're going to start right at their own 8-yard line, and then their right tackle jumped up and moved.
Ball start on the Ravens. Number 71. Back to the 5-yard line. First down at 15.
Well, honestly, we don't have a 71. It's going to be Josiah Hardy. He is on the overall roster, but wasn't given to us as part of their 2-deep. In the backfield, Marcaine Taylor. Taylor has run just once today, and the quarterback is going to throw McCluskey, and it's incomplete. Boy, almost coming up with that play for the Lions. Coming from the weak linebacker is Nick Paff.
Yeah, well, that was almost another interception there, Dave. I don't know who he was throwing it to, but it wasn't pretty.
Jonas Smith is at the left corner. Paff is in at that monster back now, and Anthony Wright has moved over to the linebacker on the right-hand side. Then you got Schlensinger in the middle. Donnerworth is at one safety and Nate Austin the other safety. Second down, 15 yards to go, and the handoff. Well, keeping it, McCluskey up the left-hand side, takes it to the 10 to the 15. Good pickup by McCluskey, the quarterback running it on the keeper, and he picks up about 12 yards on the play. It'll bring up third down and 3.
Yeah, you got a guy over there slow getting up. It looks like, is that 90?
Timeout for injury.
Yeah, I believe that might have been Brock Harris.
It looks like Brock Harris, right?
Yeah.
Down on one knee.
Yeah.
Over
Nice play by the quarterback there with a nice fake, and we weren't expecting that. And he ran out there for, well, it looks like they're going to give him about 14 yards, Dave. He's like 3rd and 1 now.
Well, he gained a couple of during the injury.
Yeah, man, because it looked like about 3rd and 3, but.
That is Brock Harris, and he's up and walking off by himself.
Probably just had the wind knocked out of him or something, but he's going to be fine.
That's never fun.
No.
Remember as a kid getting the wind knocked out of you, fall on top of the football or whatever, and you feel like you're never going to take another breath in your life. Minute 9 to go in this first quarter. 28-0.
Looks like Jaden Moore's going to come in and replace him. So 3rd and 1. Here comes a quick quarterback sneak.
And McCluskey, flag is thrown from the side judge.
For the people not watching the stream, they tried the old Philly kind of Jalen Hurts quarterback sneak where they all get up there and just push him, but they just messed that up. It's going to be a legal procedure, I would guess. Officials are talking about it, but it seemed like it would be a 5-yard penalty against Anderson.
It's 3rd down and a yard.
Yeah, it should make it 3rd and 6.
Lions are saying it's against Anderson, but
it has
boy, we just continue. They're just continuing to talk and talk and talk, and you know when you see that, nothing good happens from it.
Let's see what now they're pointing at me.
Now Anderson's saying it's against the Mount.
Let's see what we got here.
Offside.
Oh boy.
Number 92. 5-yard penalty. Automatic.
Okay.
Let me say this: if it wasn't 28-0, that would have been a false start.
Yeah, I think you might be right. Okay, we'll live with it. So Anderson accomplished what they wanted to get out of the hole, and they want to keep the ball at least. If they have to punt, the punt into the wind. So they got a minute to go, and the clock's running.
And for the Lions, that'll be for Anderson. Excuse me, that's a 1st down. McCluskey, the quarterback, hands it off on the right-hand side to Taylor.
Looks like Evan Schleister got him.
By the way, new quarterback in the ball game just came in. That's Carson Brookbank. Brookbank, a freshman, 6 foot, 185 pounds.
Yeah, I don't know if they planned on that or maybe just performance. They, one or the other. But as you said, there's a new quarterback in there.
Well, it's interesting, and we weren't told anything about this, Chuck, but their usual starting quarterback is Roosevelt Norfleet III. He leads them in passing, completing 65%, 466 yards and a touchdown, but he's not even on the 2-deep today. Brookbank hands it off around the right-hand side, and that's to Taylor, and Taylor's going to take it out near the 30-yard line. And he picks up about 6 yards, and that's the end of the first quarter. So we played one here at Schuler Field on this dreary Saturday afternoon, but the rains have stayed away. Your score, it's the Mount 28, Anderson nothing at the end of one on UltimateSportsTalk.com.
We're there to serve, make sure we're creating a fair atmosphere for both teams, upholding the integrity of the game.
I chose to be an official. It's the best decision I've made.
In life, things aren't scripted. Games aren't pre-scripted. I got into officiating because my father was an official. Officiating was part of our family life. It wasn't just the game.
Get to be outside, get to experience the game. It's so much more fun. You can get a lot out of it.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
To help me become not only a better official, but a better person.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
And it's just been wonderful.
Real quick, Dave, scores update. Hanover leads Manchester 14-0. Bluffton has cut the Rose-Hulman lead to 21-14, and Franklin leads Defiance 14-6.
And very quickly, the Ohio State score here this afternoon. They are leading over Purdue 20-0. Now, Anderson going from right to left, and Brookbank is going to roll out to the left, and it is complete on the play to Latham. And Latham fumbled the football, trying to struggle forward, but they're going to say he was down on the play. So Lamson picks up the completion, and he got the 1st down after a gain of 6 on the play. Also, a real quick score, Michigan has taken advantage of Indiana's turnovers. They lead it now 28-7 in the 3rd quarter, and Alabama over Arkansas 24-6.
Boy, that Michigan-Indiana game turned around pretty quick, didn't it?
Really?
7-0, and boom, 28 unanswered.
Anderson, as we said, they're going with the huddle. Not the usual in today's college football or even professional football. And they will send out wide to the right Preston Yoder. And now Anderson's going to take a timeout as the play clock was running down. So we'll take one also, just a quick timeout. 14:25 to go in this first half. It's now the Mount 28, Anderson nothing on UltimateSportsTalk.com.
This is Dave Mitchell for the George Nikias Agency. George continues to enjoy working with all of you and helping to customize an individualized program on Medicare supplements or Advantage plans. George can simplify the process and help you get into the type of coverage you need. Don't leave your future to chance. Make sure you're covered financially and physically. The George Nikias Agency, serving the community since 1986. Call George Nikias today at 513-733-1255 or stop by the website georgenikias.com. The George Nikias Agency, reliable, respectful, and responsive service.
14:25 to go in this first half of play. At halftime, it'll be the Pro Football Talk guys, Peter King and Mike Florio, talking about the Seattle-Cincinnati game tomorrow.
Don't know if you know this or not, Peter King was a beat writer for the Bengals back in the 80s.
I knew that.
Yep.
Yeah, and I wouldn't have known that if I didn't listen to Pro Football Talk. They got a great show on every morning from 7 to 9 on Sirius. Dropping back, Brookbank, pump fake. Now he's going to run it up the middle, breaks a tackle, cuts it to the left, and he's going to be brought down at the 40 after a gain of 4.
Yeah, nice open field tackle there by, looks like Jonas Smith.
Speaking of professional football, did you see my favorite player is not playing tomorrow again?
I did see that. And it sounds like maybe he could, but maybe he's deciding he's not healthy enough. Maybe not getting paid enough. I don't know.
Well, that's the whole thing. I'm getting my paycheck. Why do I have to play to earn this when I've got guaranteed money?
Yep.
Sean Watson. It'll be second down, 6 yards to go. Brookbank, the quarterback, out of the pistol, pitches it out around the right-hand side to Taylor, and Taylor is going to get hit behind the line by Devin Donnerworth and Schlensinger, and it'll be a loss of 2, third down 8.
Again, a slow developing pitch play, just really slow, and allowed the Lions all to get over there and gang tackle.
I know it's an easy name to pronounce, but I goof it up every time. It's Schlensker.
Yeah.
It's an easy enough name to pronounce, but for some reason, my dialect just will not let me pronounce it.
Well, I know we got Caleb Coral straightened out last year, so.
Well, let's hope it doesn't take me 2 years to get Schlensker figured out. Moving in motion to the far side is Taylor, the running back, not dropping back.
Big
Brookbank,
rush.
Big rush.
Oh.
He's going to break a tackle, gets away from another, but can't get away from the third as he picks up a yard. And a late hit by, and I don't want to say it, but I will, Schlensker.
Yeah. Boy, heavy pressure. They brought pressure, and they had him, and he wiggled out, but it would have been fourth and late. Would have had to punt. Now they got a first down. Just, you're trying to be aggressive, make a play. They're talking about it, but it's going to be 15 yards.
Yep. Rick Thompson having a word with Schlensker as he comes over to the sideline. Newbolt's coming out of the ball game also as the Lions are going now. This is a real easy play to call, guys. I mean, why do we have to have three guys sit back and discuss it for a while? And here comes the call. Sometime today.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense, number 51. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run, automatic first down.
You could have told him that about, what, a minute ago or so? Yeah.
Everybody in the stands knew what the penalty was, but they had to sit and talk about it. So the 15-yarder will take it down inside Mount territory, and Anderson will have it at the 46. I believe this is the first time Anderson has had the ball in Mount territory, Chuck.
Yeah, well, if you're going to make mistakes like that, make them when it's 28 to nothing.
Lights are on here at Schuler Field. Brookbank, the quarterback, puts a man in motion, and Brookbank will take the high snap, hand it off on the left-hand side to Wortham, and Wortham is going to get hit behind the line and dropped all the way back to the 46-yard line in Mount territory, a loss of 8.
Yeah, it looks like Brock Harris, a bunch of guys, Brock Harris and a bunch of his friends, but yeah, what's that, what a loss of about 8 or 9 it looks like.
They just pinned their ears back and came after the ball.
I think a little frustration on the last play where they had them off the field, they got the first down on the penalty, so they're saying, well, enough of this.
12 minutes and running left to go in this first half. Out wide to the right-hand side is Yoder. And slot on the right-hand side is Dietrich Johnson. Dropping back is the quarterback, Brookbank. Now he's got a lot of room to the right. He cuts it upfield, and he's going to get hit and dropped on the play by Brady Buller across midfield. He's going to be down at about the 48-yard line. That's a gain of about 6, and it's 3rd and 12.
Yeah, he's showing a little bit of, with his legs there, running a little bit, showing a little bit of good speed, and no receivers were open, so he made the correct decision. Got some yard. Now he's in 3rd, and it's still long, but a little bit more manageable.
Brock Harris was in on that tackle. My bad. Not Brady Buller. 3rd down, 12 yards to go. Let's see what Carson Brookbank, the freshman, decides to do here. And he has got Taylor right behind him, or check out Wortham behind him. And now I believe Anderson wants to use another timeout. That'll be their second of the half with 11 minutes to go in the first half of action. Let's just go ahead and keep it right here and take a look at some scores around top 20 college football. We told you Alabama leading Arkansas 24-0. Florida State over Syracuse 24-3. Michigan beating up Indiana now in the third 28-7 as the rain is starting to come down here.
Dave Rose has scored. They're up 28-14 on Bluffton with about 10 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Back to Division I, Georgia. I'm sorry, Chuck.
No, I was just going to say, we didn't expect this rain.
Not this soon.
Yeah, not this soon at all. So.
And it's coming straight down, so the farmer in me tells me that it's not going to last very long.
I hope you're right.
But the fans are grabbing their umbrellas quickly, and what did I do with mine? Left it in the car.
But we're undercover.
That's true. 3rd down, 12 yards to go after the second timeout by John Coddington. Brookbank is going to drop back. Fake handoff. Now he's going to run it up the middle. He's got some room to the 40. Inside Mount territory to the 35. Puts his head down. He's got the first down inside the 30, and he's going to be dropped at the 28-yard line. That's going to be a 20-yard run by Brookbank and a first down.
Well, as I mentioned a couple plays before, he can use his legs and run, and made a really good decision there. So the Lions are going to have to be a little bit more cognitive, staying in their lanes to make sure that that doesn't continue to happen.
Brookbank now 5 carries, 43 yards on the day. He's all of a sudden their leading rusher.
And I think he's their quarterback for the rest of the game, too.
I think you're right. Number 6 on the back of his. Kind of looks like the Tampa Bay Baker Mayfield.
Yep.
Handoff goes around the left-hand side to Taylor. Taylor trying to run the jet sweep. He's going to be hit and dropped immediately. Maybe a yard gain, but he was hit by Brady Pearson, dropped right there at the 29.
Yeah, even if Brady misses him, which he did, he made a really nice tackle. We had 3 or 4 other guys right there. So that play got blown up right off the beginning.
Under 10 minutes and running here in the first half. Anderson going from right to left.
I think it stopped already, didn't it?
Yep.
You were right.
Really, when it's coming straight down like that, it doesn't last very long.
I still see a few umbrellas, so maybe might be spitting a little bit, maybe. But
they don't know yet. Second down, 10 yards to go.
Oh,
and a snap high over Brookbank. It bounced away from it. Lions are going to jump on it at the 39-yard line. Boy, there was nothing Brookbank could do, Chuck. He tried to go for it, and it bounced completely away from him, and it was taken away by the Lions.
Yeah, Brock Harris recovered. But, yeah, you're right. That's at least 3 or 4 really high snaps that, maybe the wet ball had something to do with it, but they've really struggled snapping the ball back into the shotgun position.
9:16 left to go in the half, and the Lions from left to right moving the football now.
So, go ahead. I'm sorry. Lions get another turnover.
Into the ball game now for the Lions. Devin Holt at running back. And a fake handoff. It's going to be taken by Holt. Holt's going to run it right off the left tackle across midfield to the 49-yard line. And he's got 12 on the carry and a first down.
Yeah, Josh did a nice job. You really didn't know who had it, him or Devin, and that's a nice run. We've said all along, they have really good running backs. Whoever you plug in there is going to get the job done.
Taylor passing today, 9 of 13, 92 yards. But Taylor, this is probably his best game in a couple of weeks. Handoff goes to Holt, around the right side, finds a hole to the 40, to the 30, cuts it to the sideline 20, and he's pushed out of bounds inside the 15, right at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, I knew we had something special last year when we up in New York. He ran the ball really well, but again, with our depth, it's just hard to get on the field.
Big gain, hurry-up offense by the Lions. That was a 38-yard run. Holt again is going to take it down to the 5, going off left tackle.
I can't tell you what a great job Coach Coral and the offensive staff does in getting more guys involved and playing a ton of guys and still having the success that they have. I tip my hat to them.
Pollard's back into the ball game, also into the contest. Dylan Novak. They're out to the left-hand side. Now the Lions are going to reset. LaFrange and Powell are at tight ends on the right-hand side, along with Novak on the line. Fake handoff, and a pitch out comes around the right-hand side. That's Ari Turner, and Ari Turner's going to take it down to the 3. But like you said, there's a flag down, and I think they're going to call an illegal formation.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Let's see what they eventually call.
I agree with you, Dave. I think illegal formation are looking at, and of course, Anderson's going to take it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'll knock the Lions back to the 10 from the 5. Bring up second down goal, and here comes the call.
Illegal formation, offense, 5-yard penalty, still second down.
Well, who
I don't know.
Who lined up off?
And Josh Taylor went over and was talking to one of the side judges about what was going on there, but
they had the tight ends covered because Novak was at a tight end. The other 2 tight ends, there's the same formation, Chuck, just on the opposite side.
Yeah, well, that's what they're doing now. I hope this isn't illegal.
And Beecham is on the line, so everybody's set. Handoff goes to Holt. Holt's going to take it around the right-hand side to the 5. He's going to scamper in around a block by Beecham. Touchdown, Lions.
Yeah, that was a really good run, but a really good block there by Cornell. So Devin continues to really perform when he gets his opportunities.
34-0 Lions lead it for Devin Holt. That is his 4th touchdown of the season.
And the offensive line continues to shine, just opening up holes and driving the Anderson guys backwards.
7:21 left to go in the first quarter. Holt, 4 carries, 66 yards. For either the hold, the kick is up, and it's drilled right through. 7:21 left to go in the first half. It's the Mount 35, Anderson nothing on UltimateSportsTalk.com.
Prepare your lawn organically with safety and peace of mind by calling Pure Lawn Organic Lawn Care in Cincinnati and Dayton. Pure Lawn Organic Lawn Care is a family-owned lawn service creating beautiful and healthy properties. Pure Lawn's treatments are based on natural and organic materials. Cheaper chemical lawn programs weaken the grass and roots. Pure Lawn feeds your lawn a healthy diet of plant nutrients by using 97% less chemicals. Pure Lawn Organic offers free service calls. Pure Lawn Organic Lawn Care is the leader in Cincinnati and Dayton. Call today, 513-787-3529. BSN Sports is the official athletic supplier of Mount St. Joseph University. If you need anything for your team, league, or complex, contact Scott Lawson of BSN Sports today. BSN Sports is the largest local sporting goods provider in town. They manufacture bleachers, benches, netting, foul poles, padding, goalposts, sleds, football dummies, and screens. And if it has to do with your athletic complex, gyms, courts, weight rooms, baseball and football fields, track and field, or outfitting your teams, call BSN Sports today. Scott Lawson, 513-702-5646.
Staley back set to return along with Taylor for Anderson, and Staley is just going to let it fly out of bounds, and that'll be a touchback for the Lions. So Anderson will take it over 1st and 10 in their own territory. 7:21 left to go in this first half.
Yeah, real quick update at Hanover 14, Manchester nothing. That's the same score. Rose 21, Bluffton 14. I'm sorry, 28-14, and Franklin leads Defiance 21-6.
7:21 left to go here. We told you Holt, 4 carries, 66 yards. Lions 22 plays, 209 yards in total offense, and for Anderson 28 plays, 74 yards.
Yeah, we're averaging almost 10 yards a play. That's crazy.
Brookbank, the quarterback, empty backfield. Steps up, throws over the middle. Incomplete. Nice job coming over the top by the Lions secondary there.
Yeah, that was, looks like that was
Brady Pierce.
Yeah.
Great job by Brady.
And really, most of the yardages come with the quarterback scrambling and running. I think he had a 22-yarder the last time, and so take away those 2 runs, we're really playing really good defense, and they're struggling throwing the ball at all.
Brady Pierce has got 22 tackles this year coming into this ballgame. He's just a freshman.
Yeah, he's all over the field.
7:15 left to go. Brookbank, the quarterback, Wortham to the left of him out of the pistol formation. Dropping back Brookbank, looks to his left. He's going to run it right up the middle. Got some green, but he's going to be hit at the 30. Dropped at the 31-yard line. Give him 6 on that carry. Well, call it 7, I guess. Out to the 32.
Nick Paff got him, but I'll tell you, that's basically their whole offense at this point.
Yeah.
It's the quarterback running the football. So
6 carries today for Brookbank, 49 yards.
Yeah, that's about probably more than half their offense, isn't it?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. 6:42 and running again. Anderson goes with the huddle. 3rd down, 3. Ball at the 32. They need to get to the 35-yard line. Brookbank, the freshman quarterback. High snap. Handoff Wortham around the right side. Got the 1st down. Cuts it across the 35 out to the 40. Spun and thrown out of bounds on the play. But his forward progress should give him out to about the 39. It will. That's a gain of 6 and a 1st down for the Ravens.
Yeah, really nice run there. Devin Donnerworth kind of hit him first, and then Nate Owens drove him out of bounds. So 1st down, Anderson.
Oh, they're going to put it closer to 40 at the 40-yard line. I know you can't run the same play every single time, unlike what Woody and Bo used to do.
Who says you can't?
But I'll tell you what, that play that they run there has been their most successful play, along with the quarterback keeper up the middle. Brookbank again. He's going to be heavy rush. Rolls out to the right.
There he goes.
He cuts it across the 40, 45, out to midfield to the 50. He's got an 11-yard gain and a 1st down at the 49 in Mount Territory. 5:45 to go in the half.
Yeah, he continues to scramble around there. It looks like Jack Tucker got him. But, you want to try to force him to the left and not let him scramble his right. Receivers aren't open. He can't find anybody down the field. So the secondary's doing their job for sure. And we're just losing a little bit of containment there. But you got to give him credit. Nice job of running.
5:20 and running. Brookbank with Wortham off to the right-hand side. He's got 3 receivers to the near side. Handoff Wortham right up the middle. And Wortham's going to take it inside the 50 and down to the 47-yard line. He's got another 3-yard gain, 2nd and 7.
Yeah, Pruitt Jackson on the tackle there. So I think Anderson, what they're just thinking, okay, let's just try to get one drive here, get us on the board. You can't really say get back in the game, but they're just trying to find a little bit of success to take into the locker room at halftime.
Chuck, if this game gets to be any more of a blowout, we can do the Pee Wee football game that's going on down at the north end of the south end of the field by the scoreboard. Those guys are really playing hard out there. Dropping back, Brookbank hands it off to Wortham around the left side, gets hit, now breaks a tackle. Wortham cuts it back to the middle of the field, and he's going to be dropped for about a yard loss again. A nice play by Brady Pierce. Boy, Brady is all over the place.
Yeah, they had him bottled up, and somehow he got away, but really nice job there. Yeah, them youngsters down there, they're 1st graders from, I believe, the Three Rivers School District, Taylor High School. They'll end up going there. Ron Bowling, a former employee here, is, I think, their coach and stuff. So they're enjoying, but you're right, they're down there fooling around, tossing that football around.
3rd down, 9 yards to go now. It's going to be a long 9, short 8. Moving in motion to the far side is Lamson. And
high snap
again, high snap, and Brookbank can't get away from the man running in to try to get him, Declan Brophy.
Yeah, just again, they continue to struggle with that snap to the quarterback in the shotgun position, so they're going to be forced to punt.
Believe it or not, that's the first time Brookbank has been caught for a loss.
Wow. Yeah, he's been very elusive, but he couldn't get away that time.
7 carries, 61 yards, lost 5 on that one. And coming in to punt the ball away will be Elijah St. Pierre. St. Pierre, a junior, has had a tough day punting here. 3:15 and running left to go.
Yeah, we'll have the wind at his back this time, so we'll see if that makes a difference.
Donnerworth will return. He's back set at about his own 20. Good snap. And the punt, low line drive, sidewind kick. Donnerworth takes it in at the 25, cuts to the right side. He's going to get hit at the 27, maybe the 28, and dropped right there. So the Lions will take it over 1st and 10 from their 28.
Yeah, kind of a low line drive knuckleball punt. It could have been a little tough, but Devin, catches it, no problem. Like he said, he's not a game breaker, but he's going to be consistent, make the catch, no turnovers, a little bit of a return, so it sets the Lions up on their own 29.
2:55 left, 1st and 10. Lions have it at their own 28-yard line. Taylor, the quarterback. Mariano McKenzie back in at running back now. Pollard's going to move in motion to the far side. And dropping back Taylor. Looks to his left, now looks to his right. He's going to throw it out to the right side. Incomplete to Gary Powell. Knocked away on the play. Good defensive play by Elijah Williams, the cornerback.
Yeah, Josh's primary guys were covered, so he came back to Gary, who was covered pretty well too. So tried to get it in there. Nice defensive play, as you said. So 2nd down.
2:48 left to go in the half. Peter King, Mike Florio, Pro Football Talk will preview the Bengals-Seattle Seahawks game at halftime for us. Powell moves in motion, sets up tight end right off the line, hand off to McKenzie. Around a block by Powell to the 35-40, breaks a tackle to the midfield stripe, and he's going to be brought down inside the 45 to the 44-yard line.
Real good running by Mo there, broke a couple tackles, good blocking by the offensive line, so we're on their 44 at this point.
27 yards on the run by Mariano McKenzie. 1st and 10 for the Lions at the 44 of Anderson. Taylor out of the pistol formation. 2:20 remaining to go in the half. Lions have all 3 timeouts left. Taylor looks upfield, steps up, throws up the right side. He's got Pollard, caught at the 10, 5, touchdown Lions! And he gives the Pee-Weers the high fives coming over.
Oh, that's neat, Dave. Look at the kid. They're excited. That's great. That is fantastic. Look at Josh Taylor down there giving them high fives. That's fantastic.
2:09 left to go, and the Lions have opened up a 41-0 lead here in the first half of play. And coming in to attempt the extra point again is Kyle Farfsing.
That was a heck of a throw, and he had to reach out just to make the catch. It was a really nice play.
Pollard, with the touchdown catch, and the kick is up, and it is good. 2:09 to go in the half. It's now the Lions 42, Anderson nothing on UltimateSportsTalk.com.
Psalm 27 verse 17 says, "As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another." And that's the business model of Iron Sharpens Iron on 5229 Montgomery Road in Cincinnati. Strength, core, and cardio, the 3 principles that make yourself better mentally and physically. Train with passion and purpose. Be challenged and get your mental game strong. We will empower you to put up the good fight and thrive. Ready for the best gym experience of your life? Call Iron Sharpens Iron today or stop in at 5229 Montgomery Road in Cincinnati.
For more than a century, Mount St. Joseph University has prepared nursing leaders who serve their patients with the heart of a lion. Whether entering the nursing field, changing careers, or expanding your professional skills, innovative simulation labs and a variety of clinical sites prepare you to deliver exceptional patient care. With flexible undergraduate and graduate programs taught by highly credentialed faculty, the Mount will help you climb higher. Begin your ascent at msj.edu/nursing.
Farfsing will kick it off from left to right for the Lions. They lead at 42-0 here in the first half. 2:09 left to go. Farfsing kicks it off, takes in by Taylor at the 10, to the 15, to the 20, and he's going to be run out of bounds at about the 22-yard line. It's either P.J. Davis or Aaron Hayes. I'm not sure which one, but both of them are 14.
Real quick update on the scores at the half. Hanover 21, Manchester nothing. Franklin 21, Defiance 6, and still in the second quarter, Rose-Hulman has opened up now on Bluffton 35-14.
2:04 left. Well, is there a flag down?
Unless we hit him late out of bounds over there. I don't know what else it could have been. They look like they're marching off against Anderson, though, so let's see what they say.
Are they? It's a personal foul.
Personal foul. Their right was number 84 on the return team. Half the distance to go, first down.
So personal foul. We'll take it half the distance of the goal from the end of that run back to the 13-yard line. 2:04 remaining to go.
Well, you know, this is kind of an interesting time. If they hold Anderson, do they call timeouts to try to get the ball back, when they get the ball coming out, or at 42-0, do you just say, hey?
I can't see it.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Yeah,
can't see it.
I can't see it either, but you never know.
One timeout remaining for Anderson.
Tyler Prather's already warming up down here, so he may be coming in even if we get the ball back this half.
Well, it'd be nice to see Prather be able to run a 2-minute offense. I can see where
and
you're
with the first team.
Exactly. Dropping back Brookbank. Now he's going to tuck it under, run right up the middle as it opened up across the 15, and he's going to be brought down near the 18-yard line. So a gain of about 6.
Again, Dave, great coverage by our secondary and our linebackers. There's just nowhere for him to throw the football, so he's got to tuck it and run. And to his credit, he's done an outstanding job picking up yardage.
42-0 Lions lead it. Next week, Hanover comes to town, 1:30 kickoff. Chuck and I will be on at 1 o'clock.
Homecoming.
Going to be fun. Dropping back Brookbank on 2nd and 5. Throws it to Taylor, and Taylor's going to get hit and dropped right at the line of scrimmage. Boy, he had no place to go on that play. Brought down by Jackson Pruitt.
Yeah, outstanding open field tackle. And again, like you say, there's just nowhere for them to run right now. The only really offensive they've really had is the quarterback running the football and a couple runs by their running back.
Chuck, this defense, I know the caliber of opponent we're playing over the last few weeks has not been good, but this defense is really starting to roll into form.
Yeah, I would agree. Like you say, caliber, that's got a lot to do with it, but I think we're playing really, really well on defense. Credit to Coach Thompson and his staff.
Under a minute left to go. Moving in motion to the near side as a receiver, and Brookbank's going to throw the ball deep. He's got a man out. Oh, what an intercepted by Deshaun Starks. He took a dive in front of the receiver and caught the ball. Oh, what a play by Deshaun.
What a great interception. He was beat by maybe a step, but he closed the gap. Like you say, made a great, outstanding catch on a dive, and the Lions with 42 seconds, Dave, they're probably going to take a shot here.
Chuck, that's D1. That's NFL caliber interception right there by Starks, his 6th of the year.
Well, I'm not going to sit here and say he can play in the NFL, but the guy from Baldwin Wallace is playing for the Tennessee Titans, so he's looked really outstanding this year.
Austin Brock into the ballgame now. Joey Newton's going to sit out. Taylor is still in at quarterback. Gifford at running back. Lions are going to get it at the 45-yard line, 1st and 10. 42.4 seconds to go, and let's see what they decide to do here. What an interception by Deshaun. Dropping back Taylor, throws out to the left-hand side, complete, and skipping out of bounds on the play is the receiver, and that's Tommy McGeehan.
There comes Joey Newton, going to go 4 wide now. I am a little surprised. Anderson's just playing a single high safety. They know we're going to try to push the ball down the field. A little bit surprised at this defense.
Yeah, but that single high safety is playing almost 25 yards off the line.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're playing 2.
Right. 2nd down, 6, dropping back Taylor. He's going to throw the ball over the middle, and he's got the man Brock, and he dropped the ball as he was hit.
Yeah.
And there's a flag down on the play, and it's going to be pass interference against Anderson.
Boy, what a nice throw there by Josh. Hit him in stride. And
Chuck, remember the play at Hope where the official called the pass interference, and then they conferred, and they called a hold again.
Yes, I do.
And that official that was reviewing the officiating crew that day said, you can't do that. Well, there was the mistake by the official. He called pass interference before they conferred.
Yeah, that's officiating 101, right? You just make sure that you're all on the same page.
And it's a spot foul, so it takes it down to the 36-yard line. 33 seconds to go. Still 3 timeouts for the Lions. They've got the spread offense. Gifford in the backfield. He's going to take the handoff around the left-hand side. Gifford to the 30, to the 25, 20. Flag thrown and out of bounds. Gifford goes out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, but it's going to be for naught. I think they're going to get Tommy McGeehan for the hold.
Yeah, I believe you're correct there. Boy, a nice run there by Gifford, too. There was a lot of room over there, and they, right in front of the Anderson bench, so they're not going to miss that one.
Chuck, it's either McGeehan or Colin Candra.
Holding offense, number 10.
It is McGeehan.
Yeah. From the spot of the foul, 1st down.
So it'll be 10 yards, which was right at about the first down marker. So they'll take it back, and it'll be spotted at about the 40, well, let's make it the 36-yard line. No.
But
or are they going to put it at the 35?
So it should be it's going to be first and 9 then, it looks like.
Yeah.
35-yard line.
So they'll put it at the 35-yard line. First down, 9 yards to go. 26.2 seconds left. Taylor, again with Gifford in the backfield. Danny Mabe calling out the signals at the line of scrimmage as he stood up and made some hand signals. Now dropping back Taylor. Taylor's going to throw it over the middle. Joey Newton caught it at the 26-yard line. Lions are going to hustle.
Oh, they're not calling timeout.
They're not going to take the timeout.
Huh.
They've got 3 in their hip pocket, and they're not going to use them. 12 seconds to go. Taylor, 8 seconds to go. Low snap, got it, throws over the middle to Newton again. He's caught the ball, and then he dropped the ball with 2.5 seconds to go.
It's kind of interesting, Dave, because we're throwing it and trying to score, but yet we're not calling timeout to stop the clock. So it's kind of like you're either going to or you're not, and I'm a little bit confused.
I know, the coaches give us a lot of leeway as to, they don't complain about what we say because they really they really don't care. But but I agree with you because there's going to come a time, Chuck, where we're going to need to run this 2-minute offense, know when to take the timeouts, when not to take the timeouts, and this is one of those times where you can practice that.
Yeah, I would have had no problem. They just run it out and say, okay, we don't want to run up the score, but if you're going to try to pass and try to score, why wouldn't you use your timeouts? That's the only thing I'm saying.
And now what? Is it a timeout?
Delay game.
Delay a game against the Lions.
5-yard penalty.
See, these are the problems that this team does in the last 2 minutes that could drive you nuts.
Well, like you say, it would be good practice. Like I said, if they decided they were just going to run it out, I got no problem with that at 42-0. There's no but if you're going to try, let's try and use your timeouts and do whatever you can to score. So this is the last play of the half.
Second down 15 from the 35. Dropping back is Taylor. He's going to throw it into the end zone. He's got Beecham. Beecham dives for it. Caught it. Then they're going to count it. Yes. Touchdown, Cornell Beecham. Holy cow. He did it again.
Yeah, it was a comeback route. He underthrew it a little bit, and Josh again is slapping hands with the kids in the end zone. It's great.
Okay, just forget everything we just said.
Well, it still doesn't add up,
no.
Dave.
I agree with you, but nonetheless, it's 48-0 the Mount. Here at the end of the first half, no time left. They'll kick the extra point. Prather, the holder, the kick by Kyle is up, and Farfsey drills it. So we're at halftime, Chuck, and it is now 49-0 in the game. Josh Taylor, 13 of 19 for 180 yards passing. Devin Holt, 4 carries, 66 yards. The Lions at the half have 335 yards of total offense, 101 for Anderson.
Yeah, it's been complete domination. We've got a couple of turnovers, and as a coaching staff, I don't think you could ask for a better half. The defense is flying all over the place. The only thing they've been able to do is a couple quarterback runs, and it was an outstanding half by the Lions.
Mike Florio and Peter King will join us at halftime as they'll talk about the Cincinnati Bengals and Seattle Seahawks game. Your score here at the half, it is the Mount 49, Anderson nothing on UltimateSportsTalk.com.
All right, pay attention. Welcome to Fandom 101. We'll cover the tools of the trade from foam fingers in the wave to the super secret wave. How's that for a course description? Lesson 1, your game starts long before the opening whistle, so arrive prepared. 2, if something piques your interest, raise your hand. And 3, work in groups. NCAA championships. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Get your seats today at ncaa.com/tickets. Class dismissed.
We're back at Skyline to see what it is that makes people feel so good. Why do you like coming to Skyline?
The staff is nice, everybody's smiling, and makes me feel good.
If I order the cheese conies, the chili gets into the bread, the bun itself. They're heaven.
I like to sit there and watch them make it. It's always hot, fresh, served quick.
You know it's always going to be perfect. You know it's always going to taste great. Everyone's inviting. They sit you down with crackers, and you just feel like you're meant to be here.
Feeling good. It's Skyline time.
Skyline Chili, 5137 Delhi Pike.
What do you wish for? A nice life? Nice things? Or do you wish for something more? A sense of purpose? Do you wish to discover a cure? To write code that cracks an unsolvable question? To further our exploration into space? Or to invent something that changes everything right here on Earth? Well, if that's your wish, make yourself ready. Because when you look back, you'll see that you didn't just make wishes. You realized them.
It's time to upgrade your unis and that complex your league has been playing on for years. If that's the case, call Scott Lawson of BSN Sports. BSN Sports manufactures their own supplies, from PE equipment, soccer and lacrosse goals, and they have champion barbells for all your weight room needs. Also a porta pit, hurdles, high jump and pole vault pits, and more for your track and field needs. The BSN Victory line of uniforms and apparel is a great quality for great prices. For all your needs, contact BSN Sports. Scott Lawson, 513-702-5646.
Where are you headed? Where would you like to go? New heights, right? That's why you're going to college in the first place. At Mount St. Joseph University, we integrate academic excellence, real-world experience, and individual attention so that you can go further than you ever thought possible. In fact, over 96% of our graduates over the past 3 years were employed or pursuing graduate studies within 6 months of graduation. Are you ready to climb higher? Begin your ascent at msj.edu.
We are back at halftime of today's ball game between the Anderson Ravens and the Mount St. Joseph Lions. Well, coming up tomorrow, the Cincinnati Bengals will be taking on the Seattle Seahawks, and the Pro Football Talk guys, Mike Florio and Peter King, talk about the matchup.
I don't know why DK Metcalf would. I mean, why would you want to stir up Jamar Chase after he has 3 touchdowns? And you've got this secret weapon in Devin Witherspoon, who was pretty damn good against the Giants 11 days ago. Why do you want to write that check on behalf of a teammate and put him in a spot where Jamar Chase is going to be stirred up? And I don't know that Devin Witherspoon is going to be locked up on Jamar Chase everywhere he goes. Pete Carroll likes using Devin Witherspoon with flexibility. A little outside, a little inside, blitz off the corner, do all sorts of things. This guy's a combination of Rondé Barber and Troy Polamalu potentially, with his instincts and that chess piece dynamic where he can go anywhere and be anything at any time. But why would you want to put extra pressure on the situation, Peter? I don't get it. That at the podium, DK Metcalf would make it even tougher for Devin Witherspoon, to the extent that he is going to be covering Jamar Chase, to have to get it done.
I don't know. I don't think it really matters. If everybody knows that Witherspoon is covering him anyway, I doubt that Jamar Chase either exits this week or enters this game thinking, "Oh, I'll show you." I mean,
But this stuff that Peter, I got to disagree with you.
Metcalf is sticking up for his guy. Go ahead, disagree.
I got to disagree with you. Time and again.
You think that Jamar Chase is going to play harder
time and again,
stick it up Devin Witherspoon's rear end?
Yes. Time and again, we see comments like this before a game, and you're inclined to poo-poo them, and then something happens in the game where the guy gets it done, and the guy's sticking it in his face, and the guy does get pissed off. It does happen. They act like it doesn't bother them. And then when they go out there and have a big game, you can see by their reaction that it did. And then the quotes after the game, it did. It does. It's real. They try to downplay it, but it's real. These guys are human beings, and they get pissed off the same way the rest of us do. And why do you want to stir it up at all? When Jamar Chase, who got stirred up on his own because he's not getting the ball, I'm always effing open, that was his quote coming out of their loss, when it's kind of like, what the hell's wrong with the Bengals? And then he goes in and he tears up the Cardinals for 3 touchdowns. I'm just saying, why do you even want to go in the direction of anything that would get this guy stirred up? Because I firmly believe that, you get to weeks where you just kind of coast. Hey, I feel good. I had my 3 touchdowns. We'll go do what we have to do. Yeah, it's going to be a tough challenge. But then I think it's an emotional and physical game where the more determined you are, it can make a difference. I think it does make a difference at times. So we can disagree on that. I respect your opinion, but I just think we've seen it time and again. There's enough empirical evidence there. Sometimes guys do get pissed off by the things people say, and sometimes it does make a difference in their performance, in their preparation, and everything they do. They become laser-focused all week long to go out there and prove somebody wrong, prove themselves right, do whatever. But I personally think, based on 23 years of covering this sport, it's a real factor that they'll try to downplay it, but then we'll see it play out.
If on Sunday night or Monday morning we hear stuff from Jamar Chase saying, I wanted to stick it up Devin Witherspoon's rear end after what DK Metcalf said, if he says anything like that, if he says that, I will, in the immortal words of DK Metcalf, I will tip my cap off to you, Mike Florio. But you know what? I'll bet you right now, 2 prime tickets to the Seinfeld Film Festival, which I just invented. But I will bet you 2 prime tickets that will not happen. And I think that it'd be one thing if DK Metcalf said, Jamar Chase is no match for Witherspoon. I got my guy. He's going to shut him out. He's going to hold him to 1 catch. All he said was, I'll take my guy in that matchup. I like my guy, or whatever his quote was. Big deal. Who cares? It's not like he's saying, he just finished praising Jamar Chase for being great, okay, and for having a great game. And then he said, this week, I'll take my guy. Maybe it's being covering this league for 40 years. But stuff that gets talked about during the week, time and time and time and time again, gets forgotten by 9 o'clock Sunday night because it just doesn't matter.
I talked to Tom Brady about that, the guy who's just like Michael Jordan and coming up with anything he can to get himself extra motivated, and he'll make some stuff up if he has to. I still think to that divisional round game against the Chargers they won a few years back, and he's on the field talking to Tracy Wolfson after when he said, no one believes in it. It's like, Tom, what the hell are you talking about? Everybody believes in you. But you do whatever you can to get that chip on your shoulder, to get that extra focus, to go the extra mile, to make yourself extra prepared, and to be extra emotional about it, because it is an inherently emotional and physical sport. And I do think. See, I picked the Seahawks to win the game, but now I'm going to be rooting for Jamar Chase to have 3 touchdowns again so we can have this conversation next Friday. Either way, it'll be interesting if we remember to compare notes on what happens with Devin Witherspoon and Jamar Chase, and even if he covers him on a regular basis. We shall see. As to the game itself, I still don't know what to make of the Bengals. They're up, they're down, they're in, they're out. The calf is healing, the calf is aggravated, who knows? But the Seahawks have extra time to get ready, and Peter, the Seahawks are 16-4 since 2018 when they play in the East Coast time zone. This 10 a.m. body clock thing does not faze them. They're traveling today to Ohio.
That's amazing.
Yeah, they're traveling. They're coming today, not tomorrow. They're going to be ensconced. They're going to be acclimated. They're going to be ready to go. And I still don't. I don't know why. I don't know why the Bengals are favored by 3 in this one. I think the Seahawks are the better team. They've proven it week in and week out, except for that weird fluky aberration against the Rams to start the season. They've been getting it done week in and week out. Hell, they went to Detroit and beat the Lions.
Look, Mike, I find this line fascinating too. But one of the reasons why I believe that this line is the way it is, it's a very, very simple reason. That everybody looks at what we saw in the Bengals last week as the Bengals. Well, finally, Joe Burrow, something happened. Some miracle happened to his calf. Some magic wand got, waved over his calf, and he's better now. Did that happen? Did he just say, shoot, I'm going out and playing my game. If I aggravate it, I aggravate it. Who cares? And quite honestly, Mike, I don't think we're going to know if Joe Burrow has aggravated, his leg. Because remember how the Patriots always used to play games with the injury report with Tom Brady. Some weeks he'd be on there with something, and then, other weeks he wouldn't be on there, and it was almost touch and go. Maybe not touch and go whether he'd play, but he really had an injury, And so I kind of look at this and I say, I just don't think you're going to hear very much talk anymore unless Joe Burrow can't play about that injury. And I know we're going to talk about Deshaun Watson in a couple of minutes, but I believe that we have been waiting to see the real Bengals, waiting and waiting and waiting. And last week we saw them, so everybody says, okay, Bengals are back. Let's put them where we think they belong, which is, say in the top 7 or 8 teams in football. Do we put Seattle in the top 7 or 8 teams? Maybe right on the border of that. But I think that the Bengals at their peak, Mike, if Joe Burrow is good, are better than the Seahawks at their peak.
I don't disagree with that. I just think one win against the Cardinals isn't enough for us to say the Bengals are back. They've got issues on defense. Their offense, as Chris Sims always says, seems unimaginative and uncreative. And finally they realize just throw the ball to Jamar Chase when all else fails. But I just think the Seahawks with extra time to get ready. They've proven they know how to win in this portion of the country. And they probably like the fact that they're underdogs in this one. They probably like the fact that they're flying under radar, and we'll see how good they are. They've got a hell of a stretch coming up, Peter, starting Thanksgiving. They've got 49ers, Cowboys, 49ers, Eagles. We're going to learn a lot about the Seahawks then. We're going to learn a lot about them on Sunday when they go to Cincinnati, and also the Bengals. I agree with you. The Bengals one of the few teams that can go toe-to-toe with the Chiefs, but they got to win enough games to get to the postseason, and we'll see if they can continue what they started last week.
Okay, so Sarah, I'm dropping you off at Emily's?
Yep.
And Josh, you're going to?
Soccer, Dad. Soccer practice.
Right. Oh, by the way, I just wanted to let you know when I pick you both up, I'll be wearing my short shorts.
What? No!
Yep, and my dorky dad hat, and I'm going to do my dad dance for all your friends. They'll love it!
Seriously? Why?
Because I like my short shorts. Of course, I could be talked out of it if you guys would just buckle up your seatbelts without giving me a hard time.
It's important to get your kids to buckle up for safety, no matter what it takes. And sometimes, all it takes is your parental powers of persuasion.
Okay, we're buckling up. See, all buckled.
Good choice. I'll just have to do my dad dance at dinner time.
What?
No!
Do what you have to make sure your kids are wearing their seatbelts, even on short drives. Never give up until they buckle up. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council. Visit safercar.gov/kidsbuckleup for more information.
We're back at Skyline to see what it is that makes people feel so good. Why do you like coming to Skyline?
The staff is nice, just everybody's smiling and makes me feel good.
If I order the cheese conies, the chili gets into the bread, the bun itself.
Their hand, I like to sit there and watch them make it. It's always hot, fresh, served quick.
You know it's always going to be perfect. You know it's always going to taste great. Everyone's inviting. They sit you down with crackers, and you just feel like you're meant to be here.
Feeling good. It's Skyline time.
Skyline Chili, 5137 Delhi Pike.
Dave Mitchell and Chuck Murray right back here at Schuler Field, where the Lions are leading at 49-0 here at the half. We're about 5 minutes away from second half action. Chuck, the Lions 335 yards on 30 plays in total offense, and Anderson 38 plays, so they've run 38 more plays, but they've got almost 234 less yards than the Lions do at 101.
Yeah, the Lions are averaging over 10 yards a play, which is phenomenal. And the only thing I can think of that they'd even be close to being upset about in the first half was maybe allowing a few quarterback scrambles. Other than that, they've played pretty much close to a perfect game. They've run it whenever they've wanted. They've thrown the ball. They've created turnovers. It's just a complete first half.
Josh Taylor, 13 of 19 passing, 180 yards. Devin Holt leads the team in rushing, 4 carries, 66 yards. Gifford has got 3 carries, 61 yards, and Mariano McKenzie, 3 carries for 28 yards. Chuck receiving, Pollard has got 3 catches for 68 yards, a touchdown. Beecham, 4 catches, 57 yards for a touchdown. And Newton, 4 catches, 30 yards, and a touchdown. But also, Dine, Powell, and McGeehan have all caught passes in the game also. As far as Anderson is concerned, McCluskey started out the game at quarterback. He ended up 3 of 8, 2 interceptions, 15 yards. But Brookback came into the ball game, and he was a better runner, Chuck, than he was a passer. 9 carries, 66 yards passing, 3 of 6 for 1 interception and just 5 yards.
Yeah, like I mentioned, he ran the ball really well. He made some good decisions. You know, again, we're locking down their receivers. They can't get open, so he's having to tuck it down and run. And while you were talking there, Blake Watson just showed me a statistic. We're averaging 15.5 yards every time we run the football. That's crazy good.
That is.
That's crazy good.
That's amazing. Is it the opponents, the offensive line, the running backs, or is it just a combination of all?
I think it's a combination of all. I mean, our offensive line has really played well, but we've talked about it. We have a special set of running backs. Every time they touch it, any of them capable of breaking it. Devin Holt and Gifford ran, and Cornell when he's back there, and Ari and Mo. Johnny Regards hasn't been in, but anybody can go to the house on almost every play. But when you're averaging 15 and a half, and then Josh when he takes off. So it's phenomenal. We really need to appreciate that. They're not going to be here forever, but boy, are we enjoying it right now.
You know, coming into this game, we said that the Lions have won 16 of the last 17. Last time Anderson had won was back in 2008. So when you look at all that, it's going to continue on. But John Coddington has got a job in front of him.
Yeah, it's really tough. When you're at a program that has struggled for years, which Anderson has, you know, to try to put your footprint in it, to try to turn it around, you not only develop the talent that you have, and it might be guys that you wouldn't have recruited yourself, and then you got to start recruiting your own guys, and it's going to be a tough sell when you're 0-10, 1-9 for quite a few years, 2-8, whatever it is. It's tough. It's almost like starting a whole new program, and boy, he's got a really tough job in front of him.
And Chuck, I know it's 49-0. It was 42-0 at the time. But the Lions have to figure out how they're going to handle 2-minute situations.
Yeah, we talked at the end of the half how, I wouldn't say, it wasn't mismanaged. They had just decided they were going to let the clock run, but they were still taking shots. So it was just a little bit confusing to me. But you're right. We haven't been in a close game for a while. We did in the Hope game. We went down the field in the 2 minutes, and again, we can rehash. Did we score? We didn't. Did we get a pass interference call? We didn't. So that went relatively well, other than we didn't get the touchdown. But yeah, I think when you're winning these games so easy, you kind of, I wouldn't say forget how to do it, but you haven't been in that situation for a while. So maybe we keep going, and maybe we don't need that sense of urgency the rest of the regular season. But you figure at some point we might.
Well, while we've got an opportunity, Charlie Mullins has just come out of the locker room, the Lions quarterback coach. He's a birthday boy this week, so I want to wish him a happy birthday. And also, since we're contractually obligated to say hello to Caleb Coral's grandmother, I want to say hello to her. If she's still listening, I want to say hello to my mother also, whose birthday was this week.
Oh, okay. Very good. Very good.
So Prather, I think, is going to be the quarterback, and we'll check all that out when we come back for second half action right after this.
Teaching is my calling, so when I needed to renew my license, I chose Mount St. Joseph University. The Mount offers the only program in the state of Ohio that allows you to combine 2 education endorsements to earn a graduate degree. In less than 2 years, I combined the reading and gifted intervention specialist endorsements. Classes were convenient, fully online, and I received personal attention from my professors. The Mount helped me climb higher in my career. Begin your ascent at msj.edu/Ohio.
The word settle isn't in your vocabulary. You do what's best for your family, your friends, your community. But is something missing? Are you looking for more from your job? The right position is so much more than a paycheck. It's an opportunity to improve, to grow. We're here to help. At Nesco Resource, we believe that one job, one opportunity can change everything. We'll help you find the right fit, one that doesn't mean settling. Let us get to work for you.
Yafet Quinca is going to kick it off for Anderson. They'll be going from left to right. It'll be taken in by Ari Turner at the 15, cuts it to the middle to the 20, 25, 30, breaks a tackle out to the 35-yard line. He's still going out to the 40, 45 being pushed forward, and he's going to get it out to about the 46-yard line after about a 40, I'll make it about a 39-yard return.
Yeah, great run back there by Ari. Our first chance today to return a kickoff, and he made about 5-6 guys miss along the way, so outstanding field position for the Lions, and it looks like it is going to be Tyler Prather to start the second half.
So that'll do it for Josh Taylor today. 13 of 19, 180 yards passing, 68% completion ratio today, and he threw 3 touchdown passes, which adds to his total on the season, gives him 22 total. Prather, handoff goes to Jonathan Rager.
There he is.
Rager, here we go, across midfield, and he takes it down to the 46-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 8. Rager has been outstanding. 23 carries, 162 yards this year. That's 6.9 yards per carry and 3 touchdowns. And it'll be second down 8. Prather throws over on the left-hand side, complete to Dine. Zane Dine has got it at the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. He's upended at about the 2. They're going to get him the touchdown. Touchdown Lions by Zane Dine.
Just a little slant, and Zane, it made the guy miss, and away he went for a touchdown.
Third touchdown of the season for Zane, and for Tyler Prather, that's his 4th touchdown pass. 14-15 to go in this first, make it third quarter, and it's 55-0 Lions.
Again, they've done pretty much whatever they wanted.
Farfsing will attempt the extra point, puts it up, and it is good. Official timeout in the field, 14-15 to go third quarter. It's the Mount 56, Anderson nothing on UltimateSportsTalk.com.
Pure Lawn Organic Lawn Care is a family-owned lawn service using organic-based turf food. Pure Lawn feeds your lawn a healthy diet of plant nutrients using 97% less chemicals. Pure Lawn customizes a program to fit your budget and expectations. That means satisfaction. Annually, they have a retention rate of over 90%. Pure Lawn Organic offers free service calls. Pure Lawn Organic is the leader in Cincinnati and Dayton. Call today. Pure Lawn Organic Lawn Care at 513-787-3529.
Well, the Lions take it in on the opening kickoff, and they are now up 56-0 here at Schuler Field, Chuck.
Well, we had a feeling it might be ugly like this, and ugly for us, for Anderson clearly, good for us, but it was pretty much a mismatch going in, and it's proven out to be a mismatch as the game has worn on.
We said the Lions are first in the Heartland in scoring. They're 5th in the nation. They in their last 3 wins, not including this game, they have scored 193 points in their last 3 wins. And when you add this on top of it, I mean, you're right up there at about 250 points in your last 4 wins. That's unbelievable. Kicking it off will be the Lions, and they will kick it off, and it'll be taken in by one of the upbacks. 56-0, and Anderson will get it at their own. Well, sometime tonight the official is going to spot the football.
Yeah, he's going to should put it on the 25. He did a fair catch, so I think that's where they'll put it.
You know, they don't stop the clock anymore for first downs. They do everything in the essence to keep the game running, and then they take their own sweet time getting everything put in place. Cornell Beecham, by the way, has taken off his pads. He's on the sideline without those on, so he's done for the day. First and 10 Lions, or Anderson, and the handoff goes around the left-hand side from Brookbank, and it is a gain of about no gain. They're going to call on Taylor. And there appeared to be some extracurricular activities there, but nothing was called. This is what happened last week in the game against Defiance, Chuck. There was a lot of sniping and things just happening in the second half that the last 5 minutes just turned into being just a cheap shot festival. Second down 9, Taylor. Now Brookbank is going to keep it. He's going to throw it upfield. Intercepted by the Lions. Intercepted on the play by Nate Austin. Austin's going to take it in for the score.
Wow, he had a receiver, but he just overshot him and picked off for a pick six.
Nate Austin with his first interception of the year, and the Lions now lead it. Well, let's see.
I don't think we've updated the scoreboard, have we?
No, we have not.
Oh, there's a penalty flag. Yep.
Well, let's see what that's going to be.
Maybe after the touchdown.
During the return, holding on the return team, number 51. 10-yard penalty from the spot of foul. First down.
Chuck, I'm telling you, if it was 25-23, they wouldn't have called that.
Yeah. They got Evan Schlensker, so you get to say that name again.
Yeah, Schlensker, unfortunately, with the holding penalty, but the Lions still get it back. They're going to mark it back to the 35-yard line, which is about where he intercepted the ball. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Lions from the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 of Anderson. Prather with Reger behind him. Fake handoff. Prather looks into the left corner of the end zone. He's got Joe Key, and it's incomplete. Overthrew him by a yard.
Just barely missed him there. And Joe Key, he sees the field here and there, but he's got an outstanding future.
Tell you, he reminds me of the Ice Cube.
Looks like we got some backup offensive linemen there. 74, Bryce Burke is in. We'll try to get you all those guys here in a minute.
2nd down, 10. Handoff goes to Reger around the left-hand side. He takes it across the 30. He's run out of bounds near the 26-yard line. Gain of about 4 on the play.
Aiden Stuteville is in there. You got Cody Hobson in there.
All right, your prediction. Who leads the Lions in rushing by the end of this game? Reger or Holt? Reger goes out split right now. It's going to be an empty backfield, so shotgun formation for Prather on 3rd and 6. Looks to his left. He's going to throw to his left. Key, wide open. Got the first down at the 20, inside the 20 to about the 17-yard line. Boy, it looked like they got away with a face mask there. And Key went down. But that's going to be a first down for the Lions after a 9-yard completion.
Yeah, I think Anderson's secondary got messed up, and they both went with the first receiver, and he turned around. He was wide open. Nobody within 10 yards of him.
First down 10. Reger to the right of Prather, ball in the near hash mark. Key and Brock are stacked on the left-hand side. Now dropping back, Prather looks to the left, throws over the middle. He's got a man, that's Joe Key, touchdown! Lions in the end zone.
Really nice throw and outstanding catch by Joe there. I think he's got a tremendous future, Dave. Boy, they got a good one there.
He is not very big. He is not very tall. But boy, can that kid get open.
He's our Tyreek Hill of Mount St. Joe. Boy, can he run, and he's got good hands.
Yep. And in to attempt the extra point now for the Lions coming in is Jasper Damewood. We saw him punt the football a couple of times last week against Defiance. Kyle Farfsing probably has a sore leg by now. 62-0 high snap. Prather gets it down, and it is good. 63-0, the Mount on top of it. 12-11 left to go in this third quarter on UltimateSportsTalk.com.
Official Investigations and Security Services in Cincinnati is your official provider of investigative, surveillance, and process servicing, uniformed, armed, and unarmed security services, executive protection, and bodyguard services. Official Investigation and Security Services is not only licensed in the tri-state area, but also Georgia, Tennessee, Michigan, West Virginia, and Texas. Not only private investigation services, but also mobile notary public services and more. Call Official Investigation and Security Services in Cincinnati, 844-263-3424.
Well, the Lions lead at 63-0, Chuck, and the one thing they have not done today is punt.
Yeah, again, Dave, there's not a whole lot you can say that's been negative about today's performance by the Lions so far. It's been outstanding.
Lions leading at 63-0, and Damewood kicks it off, and it'll be taken in by another one of the upbacks
Yeah, another fair catch there. They get the ball on the 25.
Hulken takes it in for the fair catch. They get the ball at the 25-yard line.
You like that rule? Where they can fair catch it?
You know, I guess it isn't bad.
Yeah, I don't. I'm kind of with you. That I know in the NFL they decided to do that because kickers were getting so good at pooching it down there, and they were getting them inside the 15-yard line, and of course a lot of collisions and different things like that. So
I'm big on the old style.
Yeah, I am too. But those days are long gone, Dave. Me and you are too old. We're not going back to those days, unfortunately.
Well, I'll tell you one. Well, we'll get to it after this play. 1st and 10 for Anderson at the ball at the 25-yard line. And the quarterback, Brookbank, puts men in motion. Now they reset the offense. Play clock down to 10. He's got plenty of time. Now he moves the man in motion. That's Yoder from the right side to the far side. Now he's going back to the far side. Handoff, fake handoff, throw over the middle, and caught on the play at the 45, 50, 45 of Mount, and brought down near the 41-yard line by the tight end, Dietrich Johnson.
Boy, a deflected pass and just happened to find the Anderson receiver there, so a little bit of luck there for the Ravens.
34 yards on the reception and a 1st down for Anderson. Brookbank, empty backfield, throws out to the left, complete on the play. Inside the 35 to the 34-yard line, and again, Preston Yoder with the catch.
Yeah, they're going hurry up here.
They have been all huddle throughout the first half, and now this first possession of the second half, now they're going to
go back to the huddle here.
Back to the huddle. No, I wanted to bring up, Chuck, I mean, you talk about old-timers. Dick Butkus died this week, and boy, you talk about a guy, I know you and I can remember him playing. He was the most intimidating force for the Bears. Brookbank with Taylor behind him, gets the handoff. Taylor around the left-hand side on the sweep, and he gets run out of bounds on the play by the Lions, and he's going to be close to the 1st down, it looks like. Nick Paff got the tackle. He's going to be shy by a couple of yards. They're going to spot him at the 33.
Even our listeners, even if you're not old enough to remember Dick Butkus playing, watch some old videos and you'll recognize him playing at Wrigley Field. That happened all the time back in the day.
Yep. Now they're going to hustle up to the line of scrimmage on 3rd and 1, and a flag has been thrown, and I think we're going to get a false start against Anderson. Second time they've tried that. The Philly, they call it the brotherly push.
Something like, I think they should outlaw it, but...
Oh, come on.
You can't push guys. That's crazy to me. It used to be a penalty if you somehow helped someone to...
Matt Leinart won a game against
Yes, he did.
With that.
Yeah, Anderson's backing up. So
here we go again.
It's taken for... I mean, come on. It's one of two things. We were offside or illegal procedure. One or the other.
These guys take longer than I do at a Chinese restaurant.
I mean, it wasn't like pass interference.
No.
Let's see what we got here.
The call.
Yep.
Finally.
Snap infraction, number 72 on the offense. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
I will give them credit. They do get together and try to figure it out, but some of this stuff we could move along a little quicker.
That's the center. So evidently he did something with the ball.
Probably moved it just a little bit without trying to, obviously.
So that'll mark them back 5 yards, make it 3rd down and about 6. Make it a short, it's a long 6, short 7. 10:28 remaining in the 3rd. Snap goes back to Brookbank, looking to his left. Good coverage.
Yeah.
And he throws over the left-hand side, incomplete. Bounce right off the hands of Dietrich Johnson.
Yeah, really good coverage there by Lucas Bowling, the linebacker.
We talked before the game how Hulken caught 15 passes last week in their game against Franklin, and he's caught 1 here today.
Yeah, again, we've been outstanding we've been outstanding in the secondary. We've been outstanding overall. They're going to go for it here.
4th down, a long 6. Brookbank looks to his left, throws it out to the left-hand side, and it's incomplete. Tried to go to Yoder, and Yoder could not corral it in with 10:15 to go in the 3rd. The Lions leading it 63-0. So the Lions will have it back in their own territory. Tyler Prather, the quarterback. Pollard's going to leave the ball game. And staying into the contest for the Lions.
Bryson Lee is a new lineman there, I see, trying to get these guys their due.
Michael Hunkus. Boy, is Caleb Coral really high on Hunkus. And the handoff goes to Reger. Reger stuttered to his left and went to his right. He gets cut down at about the 40-yard line, a gain of a yard, maybe 2.
Yeah, they just got I can't say enough what the coaching staff has done with the recruiting and the talent they have on this club.
Second down. Call it a short 8 yards to go. Fake handoff. Prather throws over the middle. Complete on the play. And that's to Ari Turner. And Ari Turner, was he ever down?
Well, I was close, but I can tell you their defensive back, they're playing way off. That was pretty much it was just a little slant there, and he was pretty wide open. A good gain and a first down.
Right at the 47.
Tyler Prather looks sharp. That's good to see.
Prather looks good right now. 1st and 10. Ball at the 47. In Anderson territory. Play action. Prather's going to roll out to his right. He's going to tuck it and keep it, and he's going to run out of bounds near the 45, make it the 44-yard line. That'll be a gain of 4, make it 3.
Yeah.
And it's second down and 7.
Good decision there by Tyler. Initial receiver wasn't open, and the pressure was coming, so he forced out to his right and ran and got positive yardage, 2nd and 7.
Ari Holt, wide right. Hunkus slot left. And Brock, wide left. LaFranche, the tight end. Handoff goes to Reger. Reger got hit behind the line and is dropped. That's going to be a loss of about 4 in the play and bring up 3rd down and 11, all the way back to the 47.
Yeah, first negative running play that I can think of all game. I know one time down at the goal line, I think Mo got stopped for no yardage, but that's, I think, the first negative rushing play we've had all game.
I think you're right. Key is into the ball game now.
Well, I like single coverage against him over there, too.
Yeah, the Lions have trips out to the right-hand side. Hunkus wide
left.
They're going to go to Hunkus. Hunkus goes upfield, and he's going to be incomplete. Overthrew Hunkus.
Yeah, good coverage.
Nice job.
Yeah, good coverage. So I like the one-on-one matchup there. Tyler liked it, too, and just overshot him, but it was good coverage.
And coming in to punt the ball away, Joe Clare.
Okay,
First punt of the day.
First punt of the day. He's got a little bit of wind behind him.
8:21 remaining. Clock stopped on the incompletion. Still got the Pee Wee game down to the far end of the field, Chuck. So, Clare, 37 yards a kick this year. Split time with Damewood last week. Slow snap from center, but Clare's got it high end over end kick that it will be taken in by Taylor at the 15-yard line.
Real nice kick, nice and high, able to cover it real easy. He had a call for the fair catch.
And Anderson will take over the football with 8:15 remaining. Down 63-0.
The winner today is a pink ticket. The number is 475.
Got 2 new safeties into the ball game for the Lions. That's Brady Hornberger at 1 safety, and the other safety is Tayshawn Brown.
Love to see all these guys getting playing time.
And Brookbank is going to hand it off the left-hand side and brought down in a pile immediately is the Lions, and that was Warren.
Was that Jack Dawson, maybe?
Jack Dawson.
I think he came out of there all fired up. It was a really nice tackle. Short gain.
Jack Dawson with the tackle. Dawson, probably no relation to Leonardo DiCaprio from Titanic, but he's a 155-pound 5'8" junior. You don't remember that movie?
No.
Your wife did.
Yeah, I believe it.
Brookbank puts a man in motion. And fake handoff, he's going to throw it over the middle, and it's going to be intercepted again. It went off the hands of the intended receiver, Hooglin, and the Lions intercepted it.
Brady Hornberger on the pick. It was the throw was behind the receiver. It deflected off his hands, and Brady with a nice play. So the Lions force another turnover.
Chuck, do you go for 70? I mean, you got to let these kids play.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's hard when you're winning this big. You don't want to run up the score, but you got to play.
Coming out wide to the left-hand side, McGeehan. Fake handoff. Prather looks to McGeehan. Now steps up, throws short, and it's going to be through the hands and incomplete. to Ari Turner.
Yeah, good coverage over there.
Prather's pass intended for Ari Turner is incomplete.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Lions from
Second down and 10
the 33-yard line of Anderson.
I mean, this is who we are. We throw the football.
Yeah. Prather, fake handoff, throws over the middle, complete on the play. Joe Key, he's got it at the 19-yard line, 14 yards on the reception.
Yeah, as I mentioned, that play was there, pretty much all day. They're really soft coverage over there. It's a little inside slant. He's pretty wide open. The defensive back's giving him way too much room there to operate.
Well, they're going to spot him at the 20. 6:55 and running left to go in the third quarter. McGeehan moves in motion to the line. Now dropping back as Prather throws on the left-hand side. He's got McGeehan, and McGeehan is going to be dropped. His forward progress will stop at the 17-yard line.
Yeah, really nice tackle there by Matt Shams. Came up, made the tackle on a short gain.
Prather right now 5 of 8 in the ball game, 97 yards. McGeehan out wide to the left. It's going to be second down 7 from the 17. LaFrange, the tight end, left off the line. Dropping back, Prather. He's going to throw the fade into the end zone to Key. He goes up. Does he come down with it? No, he couldn't come down with it. Incomplete.
Good tight coverage over there. He almost came up with a great catch.
So that'll bring up third down, 7 yards to go.
Key is incomplete. Coverage on the play by Jermaine Bond.
Looks like Washington Ewan's a lineman in there. Looks like Eli LaFrange is a tight end in there. Trying to get all these names in here that's in the game.
Bond.
Bryson Lee. Bryson Lee, another lineman.
He knocked that ball away. Prather with Rager to the left of him. Now he's going to throw it in the end zone. He's got Turner. Skips into the end zone for the score.
Yeah, just a busted coverage right there. He's wide open. Tyler hits him, and penalty flag on the play. Boy, this is probably going to be a legal formation or something.
Offside.
I know.
Yeah.
Anderson with the offside penalty, so the Lions will decline it, and they are going to lead it 69-0. Well, we put it up on the board as 69, then they took it off, and now they'll have to add it on, and they do. 69-0. 6:10 to go in the third. Boy, NCAA has been hit a few times with the running clock. Damewood puts that one up, and it's through. 6:10 to go in the third. It's now the Mount 70, Anderson nothing on UltimateSportsTalk.com.
Think better, feel better, be better. At Iron Sharpens Iron, 5229 Montgomery Road in Cincinnati, train with passion and purpose. Be challenged by the 3 core principles: strength, core, and cardio. Make yourself better mentally and physically. Iron Sharpens Iron provides a fun and effective fitness training that you'll love. Try one of their 6 different programs: the Iron Circuit, Early Burn, Thrive, the Good Fight, Trinity, and Super Saturday. Ready for a better gym experience? Get to Iron Sharpens Iron today. 5229 Montgomery Road in Cincinnati. Repairing a sewer line in your front yard can be costly and unsightly. Say goodbye to excavations and unsightly nuances in your front yard by calling Neiman Plumbing for all your sewer repair needs. Neiman Plumbing can repair your sewer line by using their trenchless, no-dig sewer repair. Say goodbye to having to repair your lawn. Neiman's trenchless sewer repair involves installing a liner inside the sewer line to prevent future backups. Call Neiman Plumbing, 513-851-5588 for your trenchless, no-dig sewer estimate, or visit them online, NeimanPlumbing.com.
Damewood kicks it off, and it'll be taken in by Taylor at the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, right up the middle, and he takes it out across the 40 to the 45-yard line. First and 10, Anderson, as they start in their own territory.
Yeah, it looked like Johnny Regers was in on the tackle there, and looks like maybe Michael Hunkus helped out with the tackle. So Anderson with good field position for them to start this drive with 6:01 to go in the third.
I mean, if you're the Mount, you really just can't tell the quarterback to keep taking a knee.
Yeah, it's kind of like in baseball. You tell a guy to go up and strike out, but never gets to play. It's just a very difficult situation.
Right. Brookbank, the quarterback. He's got Taylor to the left of him at the running back position. Receivers out wide on both sides. Ball in the near hash mark. Yoder will move in motion to the far side. High snap again. Brookbank's going to throw it out, though, and he gets it to Yoder. Yoder had to go up and jump and catch it, and the minute he did that, he was upended on the play.
Hayden Phillips, I believe.
Hayden Phillips, the DB from Adamsville, Tennessee.
There you go. He read that really nice. Again, kind of slow developing there a little bit.
Lost 2 on the reception. It was a pretty catch. Nice tackle. Just a loss of 2. Second down, call it 12 yards to go. Lions with wholesale substitutions in right now with 5 minutes and running. And the handoff goes around the left-hand side on the jet sweep. And it was the P.J. Davis or Aaron Hayes. I'm not sure which. They're both number 14 and both wide receivers. Message to Anderson. Take a memo. Don't put 2 guys in the same position with the same numbers. Even our PA announcer is struggling with this one. We could go next door and ask the coaches, but they've been upset since the middle of the first quarter, so I don't want to open that door.
No, I don't think we want to do that.
No, that's a Pandora's box. Dropping back Brookbank, 3rd down 9, throws out on the left side, complete on the play, and that's complete to Hulken. And he was brought down near a first down. And let's see. Boy, they're going to give it to him. Where they spotted that ball, Chuck, that was kind.
Yeah, well.
But again, it is 70-0, and we've been kind of laughing about that right now. Again, Anderson will huddle it up. Lions will be home next week for Hanover. Hall of Fame weekend.
Homecoming.
Dropping back Brookbank, going to tuck it under. Now he's going to run it up the middle. And he's going to be hit just across the line of scrimmage and dropped after about a yard gain. And he got met head-on by Rutherford.
Yeah, that was a good tackle. Real quick here, Dave. 4th quarter score, Hanover 27, Manchester nothing. Franklin 28, Defiance 13. In the 3rd quarter, Rose-Hulman 42, Bluffton 21.
What's that Bluffton score?
42-21.
Oh, okay. 3:25 and running left to go. 2nd down, 8 yards to go from the Lions' 43-yard line. Brookbank handoff goes to Taylor around the left side. He'll take it to the 40 and inside to the 40 as he falls down. Picks up another couple of yards, brings up 3rd down, and about 6 yards to go.
Looked like Luke Paff made the tackle there, so they're definitely 4-down territory here as we go under 3 minutes in the 3rd quarter. As you say, Lions lead 70-0.
2:56. Well, there are several things we can talk about. Baseball playoffs.
Yeah, it's
2:46. Anderson.
Oh, they move.
And they move.
Yep.
That was one of the receivers.
Yep, just tried to get a jump on it.
5-yard penalty, no 3rd down.
And again, we have no idea who it is, whether it's P.J. Davis or Aaron Hayes. So we're just going to go with P.J. Hayes.
There you go.
Sorry if you're listening from Anderson, but your roster has 2 number 14s, and they're both wide receivers, and we have no idea who is who. And the throw by Brookbank is going to be, is it an incomplete?
Wow.
Almost intercepted by the cornerback on the far side, or on the near side, excuse me, for the Mount, but he just couldn't hang on. That's Hayden Phillips.
Yeah, it was a long out there, and boy, it just hung up, and the only reason he didn't intercept it because the ball just was going to be out of bounds.
Yeah.
So I guess they're going to punt the football. I thought they might go for it, but it looks like they're going to punt.
So coming in to punt the football away for Anderson is St. Pierre. St. Pierre will punt it away and back deep to return it for the Lions. That looks like Hunkus.
Yeah, I believe it is, yeah.
And it will be taken in by St. Pierre. Gets a low end-over-end kick that will hit and take a Mount bounce, and it will be downed at the 17-yard line. So that's going to be a punt of about 29 yards. And the Mount will take it over, 1st and 10 from their own
Punt down at the 17-yard
17.
Yeah, I figure Tyler Prather's probably got the rest of this quarter. Then they'll go to the next quarterback and maybe even a fourth.
So Prather has got Rager off to the left-hand side of him out of the pistol. Rager 4 carries, 13 yards. It's an off day for him. Rager to the left of Prather, handoff Rager. He's going to cut it off the right tackle. And he takes it outside the 20, out to the 23-yard line. That's a gain of about 7 for JR on the play. I don't know where they're spotting the ball anymore, Chuck. I mean, that looked like a 7-yard gain to me, and all of a sudden it's 6, and then you think it's a 6-yard gain, it's a 7. You just don't know where they're spotting it anymore. 1:58 left to go in the third quarter. Handoff Rager around the left-hand side, finds a hole, cuts it upfield, out to the 25-yard line. He's going to be close to a first down on 2nd and 4. It'll bring up 3rd and 2.
3rd down and 2.
1:40 to go. Third quarter. McGeehan is into the ball game now for the Mount. Prather still in the backfield with Rager. Prather looks things over. He's got Rager in the backfield with him. Takes the snap. Prather throws it complete on the play, and it's incomplete.
Yep.
Having the football was McGeehan, but he could not come up with it as he could not complete the catch as he hit the ground.
Yeah, it was a good route. He just couldn't hang on to it.
1:14 to go, third quarter. Lions leading it 70-0. Yes, I said 70-0. And in to punt the football away is Joe Clare. And Clare's going to take the snap and get the punt away. It's a good spiral punt that Taylor's going to fair catch. Inside the 35, he'll drop it at about the 34-yard line. 31-yard punt.
He kicks a good spiral, not quite getting it up in the air enough there, but it's 70-0. We're not going to complain too much.
I don't know. We were at halftime.
You still got the boys down there in the south end zone, fooling around, playing a little. I don't know. Is it football still, or maybe they're throwing frisbee or something? But they're having a good time, and that's what it's all about.
It is.
We'll have a great memory from being here, and
got to slap hands with some of the players.
Yeah, that was neat stuff.
Lights on here at the stadium as we wind down the third quarter. Brookbank hands it off to Taylor off the left-hand side, takes it out to the 37-yard line. Boy, it's getting dark here at the stadium.
Yeah, it really is. Hopefully we can avoid any more rain till this thing gets over. Like you say, we're almost into the fourth quarter.
Well, if you see lightning or anything, do you think you'd try to continue playing?
Well, I think you'd probably wait a little bit, but the game will be official. I think in football it's 2.5 quarters. I could be wrong. It might be 3, but we're going to be getting that point anyway, and I would think they would want to probably get on the bus anyway.
Right. Second down, 8 yards to go. Lions are getting in their third string now here as for 25 seconds, and the handoff goes to Taylor. Taylor skips through the line of scrimmage, finds a hole, and gets it out to the 45-yard line where he's got 8 yards of the carry and another first down, and that'll do it for the third quarter of play here from Schuler Field on this overcast and dreary Saturday afternoon. Your score at the end of 3. It's the Mount 70, Anderson nothing on UltimateSportsTalk.com.
Do you need to break free from chronic dieting or disordered eating? I'm Tanya Fasnat-Jolliffe, a proud MSJ grad and the author of The Mindful Me Journey, a 40-day guided journal toward a healthier relationship with food and exercise. I wrote this journaling program to help people identify their eating behaviors, discover their emotional triggers, and learn how to break free from diet culture for good. If you're ready to break free, visit Amazon today and order your copy of The Mindful Me Journey.
Prepare your lawn organically with safety and peace of mind by calling Pure Lawn Organic Lawn Care in Cincinnati and Dayton. Pure Lawn Organic Lawn Care is a family-owned lawn service creating beautiful and healthy properties. Pure Lawn's treatments are based on natural and organic materials. Cheaper chemical lawn programs weaken the grass and roots. Pure Lawn feeds your lawn a healthy diet of plant nutrients by using 97% less chemicals. Pure Lawn Organic offers free service calls. Pure Lawn Organic Lawn Care is the leader in Cincinnati and Dayton. Call today, 513-787-3529.
Well, the Lions lead it 70-0 as we head into the fourth quarter of play, thus testing Chuck and I's ability to entertain you as the fourth quarter continues to go. Lions now moving from left to right across your computer screen. 1st and 10 for Anderson. Brookbank still the quarterback. Fakes to his right, now goes to his left to Taylor. Taylor out of the backfield, skips across the 45 to the 50, into Mount Territory, across the 45 and down to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, knocked out of bounds by Brady Hornberger. Nice, he avoided a couple tackles and made a nice gain out of it.
16 yards on the reception, 1st and 10 at the 40. Rain starting to come down here at the stadium. Brookbank over the middle, he's got a receiver, and that's Yoder, incomplete.
There's a flag down on offsides against, they lined up offsides.
Yes.
You don't see that too often. I would think the Mount will just decline it and take the down, make it 2nd and 10, but we'll see what Coach Hopperton.
Well, unless they blew it dead.
Well, they may have.
Offense number 1-4. 5-yard penalty, still 1st down.
Still don't know who 1-4 is, but let's go ahead and announce who it is. That's P.J. Hayes.
Okay, so we're going to take the penalty, so it's 1st and 15.
Well, tell you one thing, Chuck. If Norfleet is not able to go for a while at the quarterback position, then they've got their quarterback in Brookbank.
I would agree. I mean, he's shown enough, to say, hey, going forward. He's a freshman, I believe, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
And he hasn't looked like a freshman.
No, he's done okay.
1st and 15 from the 45 of the Mount. Dropping back,
reverse.
now it's going to be a fake reverse, and Taylor's going to keep it around the right side, and he's going to take it inside the 40 and down to the 37-yard line.
Marquand Taylor, the ball carrier.
It's a nice run.
Yep, that's about, it was a nice run, but only picked up a yard, though.
Well, I think he gained 6 because of the penalty.
You're right, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Franklin Defiance. Franklin leads 34-21 now with 3 minutes to go in the game. Defiance had cut it to 7, but then Franklin has just scored.
Boy, Defiance is schizophrenic.
Yeah, they sure are.
Boy. 2nd down 9, the offensive line shifted, and the Lions almost jumped. Now Brookbank faked pitch on the right side. Now he's going to run it on the bootleg around the left side inside the 25, and the flag is going to be thrown out of bounds as they hit Brookbank about 5 yards out of bounds after the gain of 16 and a 1st down for Anderson.
Yeah, just a little bit.
There's a penalty flag on the play.
The Lions staff's not happy with the call, but he was out of bounds when he hit him. I think Coach Hoppin is trying to explain, like, hey.
Unnecessary ref defense, number 35. Half the distance to go, automatic.
I think he felt like, his momentum was carrying him out of bounds when he made the tackle, but nevertheless, they're going to move it half the distance.
Chad Tracy is 35, but the Lions have him listed as a running back.
Well, he's not playing running back today.
Not today. Hey, they hit me out of the bounds that far out. When I'm playing running back, let me hit the quarterback a little bit. 1st and 10. Now, they can get a 1st down here in the red zone. And let's see, Anderson is going to use a timeout. We will also. 13-10 remaining in this ball game. Your score. It's the Mount 70, Anderson nothing on UltimateSportsTalk.com.
The George Nikias Agency is a full-service company that offers auto, home, life, and commercial insurance needs. George is an independent insurance agent, which means he can customize your personal insurance needs according to the carrier that best represents you. By having access to many companies, George is able to help your family achieve what many agencies cannot. That's multi-policy, multi-car, paid in full, and over 55 discounts. The George Nikias Agency, serving the community since 1986. Call George today at 513-733-1255. BSN Sports is the official athletic supplier of Mount St. Joseph University. If you need anything for your team, league, or complex, contact Scott Lawson of BSN Sports today. BSN Sports is the largest local sporting goods provider in town. They manufacture bleachers, benches, netting, foul poles, padding, goalposts, sleds, football dummies, and screens. And if it has to do with your athletic complex, gyms, courts, weight rooms, baseball and football fields, track and field, or outfitting your teams, call BSN Sports today. Scott Lawson, 513-702-5646.
Running around the right side is Taylor, and Taylor is going to get hit and dropped after a gain of about, well, they'll give him about 3 yards on the play, Chuck.
Yeah, it looked like Dylan Sebastian made the tackle there.
Tell you one thing, the Lions defense from top to bottom on this roster, they're all fast.
Yeah, again, outstanding job by the coaches with their recruiting and their ability to develop players.
12:40 and running. Left to go in this ball game. Brooke Bank puts a man in motion. He's going to pitch it on the forward pitch, and it goes to Taylor. Taylor's going to get hit inside the 5, down to the 2. Lions came away with the football. Now
flags now. What do we got now?
What's that about?
I guess some maybe a little bit of discussion going on between some players after the play.
Well, this is what happened at Defiance last week.
Yeah, well, tempers are going to flare when it's 70-0. While they're sorting this out, Rose Holman leads Bluffton 49-21, and Hanover's opened up over Manchester 33-0.
Boy, these guys talk more.
They really do. I mean, I know they want to get it right.
Somebody trying to get basement waterproofing, huh?
Personal foul, defense, number 2, unnecessary half the distance goal, automatic first down.
Okay.
So that'll take it to the 2, about the 1.5 yard mark.
Huh.
Yep, just outside the 1. 12:21 left to go. Lions, I would assume they would like to spin this shutout. It'll be first and goal. Brooke Banks going to go under center for the first time here today. The quarterback. And he fakes the handoff, rolls it around the right side, and is he in? He is in for the score. And the shutout is over, and Anderson now has scored here with 12:14 left to go in the ball game, and it is 70-6.
Yeah, just as simple. He faked it to the running back and rolled out and just plunged his way into the end zone.
And Japhet Quenco will come in to attempt the extra point. The holder is Elijah St. Pierre, and
we jumped.
The Lions will jump, so that will take it half the distance. Let's see if they decide to go for 2 now.
Yeah, I would assume they would just still kick it. I mean, it's 70-6 or 7 or 8. Really, what makes a difference? You want to give your kicker an opportunity, I would think. Yeah, that's what he's just going to let him kick it. If this was a close ball game, you definitely think about going for 2, but at this point, you just let him kick it.
Yeah. And that's what Anderson will do. It's going to go half the distance to the goal.
So now instead of a 20-yard extra point, it's about a 17 or 18.
Something like that, yeah. Snap, hold, kick, up.
Deflected in.
It deflected in from the upright on the right side.
That 2 yards made a difference.
Yeah, it did. 12:14 to go in the ball game. Your score of the Mount 70. Anderson 10% of that 7 here on UltimateSportsTalk.com.
Every day is a great day at the Wishbone Tavern in the Delhi Plaza. The Wishbone Tavern still serves the best wings and burgers in town, but now they offer brunch on Saturday and Sunday starting at 10 a.m. And for your next event, use the Wishbone Tavern's party room, capable of holding up to 60 people. Contact Nicole for a reservation. With a menu full of fresh ingredients, hand-breaded appetizers, and a relaxed family-type atmosphere, your good time will begin when you walk in the door. The Wishbone Tavern in the Delhi Plaza, a proud member of the community, open Monday through Friday at 11, Saturday and Sunday at 10. Sometimes circumstances require the services of a private investigator, and when that happens, contact Official Investigations and Security Services in Cincinnati. They specialize in surveillance, insurance fraud investigations, workers' comp, witness location and protection, accident reconstruction, and stolen auto and construction equipment. Official Investigations and Security Services also provides mobile notary services throughout the tri-state area. So for your needs, call the best. Courtesy, professionalism, experience, and results. Official Investigations and Security Services at 844-263-3424.
Cuenca will kick it off for Anderson, and it is taken by one of the upbacks for the Lions. That's Hunkus. And Hunkus dropped down to a knee at about the 30 and couldn't stay off the knee, so that's where the Lions will start 1st and 10 at the 30. You know, I saw a game like this once before, Chuck, when Wittenberg played Hiram. It was several years ago. But Wittenberg ran out to, it was like an 85 to 88-7 victory, and it propelled them into the national top 25.
Yeah, you know, I mean, winning big, it does matter. Let's face it does matter. But yet, on the other hand, there is sportsmanship involved. And
the Lions have the football, and they hand it off, taking it across the 40 to the 45 near the 50. Flag down on the play. And I think we're going to have a sideline warning. Nope, it's going to be a face mask against Anderson.
Really nice run there by Eric Nephew. It's a 5'7" sophomore from Landmark Christian here in Cincinnati.
And the new quarterback, Ty Humphrey. So the face mask will be tacked on to the end of the run. Hunkus has got the flag around his waist that looks like the flag that they use in the NFL to ask for an instant replay. Lions formation, and Humphrey's going to throw it to Hunkus. Hunkus reaches out, catches the football at the 22-yard line for a first down.
Yeah, really nice throw and catch there as the Lions continue to move the football no matter who's in there.
First down 10, ball at the 23. You know, we've been talking off air, Chuck, a little bit about the Anderson coaches just to the right of us. That they are distraught right now. They just...
Yeah. It's a tough situation when you're in a rebuilding pattern and mode. Everybody's competitive and wants to win, and these are tough situations.
In the backfield, Humphrey, along with Eric Nephew. Nephew's going to get the handoff around the left side, and he's going to be tackled and brought down at the 26-yard line.
Dave, some great news from Anderson. Kerrigan Pollard scored in the second half for the Lions. The Lady Lions win 1-0, remain undefeated at 6-0 in the HCAC as they head for a big game against Hanover a week from Wednesday.
Nice job. 10:50 and running. Humphrey fake handoff, rolls to his right. He's going to throw it out into the flat.
Oh, that's a hold on us.
And it is complete on the play at the 20, inside the 20 or the 15, and down to the 13 to Mason Owen, or check at Dylan Novak, excuse me.
Well, there's a flag on the far side, but we got away with a major hold on our side here. So let's see what they got. They're looking at Anderson. I know the guy from over there couldn't have called that, but so I guess we held twice on that play.
Offsides, defense.
Oh my gosh, no, they called offsides. I mean,
okay.
Yeah, there was a major hold there that we got away with.
So that'll mark it down inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. 10:39 and running. Dropping back is Humphrey. Throws it into the flat, and it is complete on the play to Alex Nally. Nally, a wide receiver from Owensboro, Kentucky, Davis County. I think they follow me on Twitter.
Oh, okay.
X.
Okay.
X. Now
Correct.
called
It's
X.
X.
Yeah. It's no longer Twitter. 10 minutes to go in the ball game. Handoff goes off to Nephew. Nephew stutter steps outside and then back inside through the 5 and down to the 4. That's going to be a gain of about 3 on the play. Boy, just wholesale substitutions by the Lions here offensively.
Yeah, a lineman, Noah Hauser's in there, as we mentioned. Bryce Burke. Washington Ewins at left tackle. Looks like Bryson Lee's at guard.
Humphrey, the quarterback, man in motion. Fake handoff. Humphrey rolls to his right, throws into the end zone. He's got him in, and it's complete. Touchdown, Lions. Nathan Marks from Batavia gets his first score of the year, and the Lions now lead it 76-7.
Senior from Batavia, good for him, you know.
That is an outstanding sideline right now for the Lions. Boy, are they happy that Mark's got that score, and Caleb Coral gives him a big hug as he comes off the side, and so does the rest of the team.
Josh Taylor all down there congratulating. That's neat stuff.
And the kick by Damewood is up, and it is good. 9:27 to go in the ball game. It's now the Mount 77, Anderson 7 on UltimateSportsTalk.com.
My mom used to take Logan and I to Skyline. Since I got my driver's license, now he makes me go with him all the time and drive him there. I come home and he's just like at the door and he's like, can we please go to Skyline? I'm like, Logan, chill, we just got home. But it's fine with me because I love it too. Because it's like the one place that we actually like have like a conversation. And it just became like something really special for us, and now we do it all the time and we just love it.
Skyline Chili, 5137 Delhi Pike.
For more than a century, Mount St. Joseph University has prepared nursing leaders who serve their patients with the heart of a lion. With flexible undergraduate and graduate programs, the Mount will help you climb higher. Begin your ascent at msj.edu/nursing.
Chuck Marks was so wide open, he had time to sit there and count to 10 and still hope he caught the ball.
Yeah, that's happened a few times today. But, again, a nice drive there by the Lions. And no matter who's been in there today, we've been able to move the football and obviously put points on the board.
9:27 left to go in the ball game. It is 77-7. We will attempt to talk to head coach Tyler Hopperton after this game and a player of the game with Blake Watson down on the field.
You know, Dave, now that I'm thinking about it, and you may know this, but what is our all-time record for points in a game? Do we know that? We got to be closer. That might have broke through. I don't think we've ever scored in the 80s.
Damewood will kick it off, and it'll be taken in by Anderson at the 15 to the 20, 25, and upended right there is P.J. Hayes.
Looked like number 10. It looked like Tommy McGeehan tripped him up.
Well, I'm not sure, Chuck. You gave away the game day programs before the game, so we can't really check.
Well, my wife, I had to get 2 for her, so next week I'll get you 1 too.
I understand.
Happy wife, happy life.
That is true. We'll see if we can't ascertain that answer for you. 9:21, Brookbank, handoff, goes to Worthen. Check out Taylor. Taylor takes it across the 25 out to the 27. Gain of 3 on the play. Lions. Of course, what was the year, Chuck, you would know better than I, that they started football?
1990.
1990. So right there, you're looking at 33 years of football, 33 seasons. And there were only a few seasons where they were pretty good.
Yeah, they weren't very good the first probably decade or so, and then things started turning around about 01, 02, somewhere in that vicinity.
Okay. Brookbank gets hit as he throws over the middle, complete on the play. Boy, nice throw, nice catch on the play by Jameer Graves, the wide receiver freshman out of Florida.
Yeah, nice play. C.J. Opper with the tackle, but a nice throw and catch.
Brookbank, the quarterback, trips out to the far side. They were moving.
Yeah.
That was a CFL play.
You had to call that one.
Yeah. And I would hazard a guess, Chuck, that they didn't run the score up too much under John Pond.
Yeah, since they didn't win many games.
Right. And then who followed Pond?
Coach Ron Cordini.
And I would doubt seriously if they ran up the score a lot under him.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying we're rounding up the.
No, that's not. Yeah, I know what you mean. And for the folks listening, we're just playing football. They're not. Once they're not doing onside kicks and fake punts and all that stuff. Guys are just playing.
Right. Brookbank with Taylor to the left of him out of the shotgun. And he'll hand it off to Taylor around the right-hand side. Cut it upfield off the right tackle, and it takes it out to the 33-yard line. So on 1st and 15, it'll make it 2nd down 14 after about a yard gain.
Yeah, then
7:50 to go. And it is 77-7, the score. And it is 2nd down and 14 yards to go. $7:29 left to go. And Brookbank hands it off up the middle to Taylor, and he'll take it down to the 35.
Sports Information Director Blake Watson is going to look up the record, and he's going to say it is a school record today of 77 points.
77 points.
The previous record was 76.
Third down, call it 12 yards to go. Brookbank looking things over, drops back, looks down the middle. Now he's going to throw it over the middle, and it's incomplete. And it'll bring up 4th down and 11, and you would think it'd be punting time for Anderson, and they'll bring in the punting unit.
Yeah. Good coverage there by Lucas Luster. Even if he catches it, he's not going to run and get the first down. So
right.
The Lions force the punt.
So they'll punt it away from the 35-yard line, and Hunkus is back set to return. .6:43 remaining to go in this game. Next week, Hanover.
Okay, they're calling timeout. Maybe they had the wrong personnel,
and they'll take a timeout. We will also a very quick one. 6:43 to go. It's 77-7. Mount on UltimateSportsTalk.com.
What or who is Nesco Resource? We're a nation of individuals who are passionate about helping our communities and the people in them. How do we do it? We're maniacal about client relationships. We get to know you, what you're looking for, what you value, and what your goals are. We then use that information to find the best candidates for the job, giving you a strategic advantage in your market. We're supported by the best technology and recognized across the industry. All of this helps you succeed. One partner, endless possibilities.
Lions leading it with an all-time school record in one game of 77 points. They lead it 77-7. Hunkus back set to return from St. Clair. St. Clair high, short kick that will hit at the 40, take a Anderson bounce and out of bounds at the 37-yard line. So that's going to be about a 28-yard punt. And it's 1st and 10 for the Lions. And they will bring into the ball game to quarterback now, number 9, and that is Jackson Schreiber. Schreiber, the quarterback from Oak Hills here in Cincinnati. 6'3", 180 pounds, a freshman.
I know the coaches are very high on him also.
Very much so. 1st and 10. And the handoff goes off the right-hand side for the Lions, and they'll struggle and get it up to about the 40-yard line. And they'll be stopped right there. And let's see who they're saying it was a fumble.
Yeah.
And they're going to give it to Anderson.
No kidding. Okay.
So the fumble away from looked like Mike Malloy. Malloy with the fumble. Well, I don't know how you could tell in all that scrum,
Yeah,
Chuck.
I thought they had stopped his forward progress, but apparently not. Real quick, a couple of finals. Franklin defeated Defiance 35-21. Hanover shut out Manchester 34-0. So those two are finals. The Rose-Holman game is 52-21 with 12:47 left to go.
While this is going on, we're going to try to send it down to the field where Blake Watson is going to talk to Josh Taylor, I believe, after this one. And Brookbank throws the ball up and incomplete, almost intercepted.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find Blake right now, and I can't find him down on the sideline. I see Josh Taylor, but I don't.
Yeah, I see Josh also.
I don't see Blake right now.
There was a flag down, I believe. What do we got here?
It's going to be a legal procedure.
And the microphone's not working right now, so they're going to back it up 5 yards.
6:14 to go, so that'll knock them back 5 yards back to the 46-yard line. And Blake Watson down on the field. And let's send it down to, well, when
he's ready.
When he's ready, we'll send it down onto the field to live radio, folks. Dropping back Brookbank. He's going to throw the ball over the middle. It is caught at the 35 to the 30. 25-20, and it's going to be brought down on the play by that man again, number 14, P.J. Hayes.
Yeah, nice throw and catch. Nice run after the catch.
We have no idea, like I said, they've got 2 14s on their roster. Both of them are wide receivers, so we're just splitting the difference. P.J. Hayes.
So Anderson looking to get on the scoreboard again. We're under 6 minutes.
And Brookbank down to the 15-yard line. Sends receivers out wide on both sides. Brookbank now sends a man in motion. Sets up, high snap again. He's going to roll the bootleg out to the right, throw into the end zone, and it's incomplete past everybody.
Yeah, we were talking a little bit before about the baseball playoffs, and I'm kind of rooting for the Phillies. I feel anytime I'm watching a game in Philadelphia, I feel like I'm watching a college football game with their crowd and everything.
Boy, it's crazy,
isn't it? It is. It's nuts, and they're a fun team to watch.
I know it's not vogue to root for the Astros after the what they call the cheating incident, which I thought was hilarious because, Chuck, I could tell you right now, and you'll tell me, you know darn well that players were stealing signs years ago.
I mean, all kind of stuff goes on.
Yeah.
It's never reported or never been caught.
But my point, I guess I'd like to see Dusty Baker win another one.
Yeah, I always liked Dusty. I thought he got a raw deal here. I know that year he got fired, the Reds had a lead, kind of slumped down the stretch, and then lost the one-game playoff, which at that point you talk about, that's just a shot. One game, anything can happen. But and it took years for the Reds to finally kind of turn it around.
Yep.
But I thought he always did a good job. I think the players loved playing for him, and he's a player's manager.
5:25 left to go. We're going to take a quick timeout. Mount on top of it, 77-7.
Are you ready to achieve health in a whole new way? I'm Tanya Fasnat-Jolliffe, the founder of LIT Wellness Solutions, an award-winning health and wellness consulting and coaching company. If you're ready to move beyond traditional medicine, visit litwellnesssolutions.com today and sign up for a free strategy session to learn how you can achieve a healthy, whole, and purpose-filled life by replacing the destructive messages of diet culture using lifestyle as medicine solutions.
Second down and 10, and into the end zone is their leading receiver. Brookbank sends it right into the end zone to Hulig, and he scores it, and it's now 77-13.
Well, it was a really well-thrown ball and a nice catch. He had a tight window to get in there, and he did, and Anderson's got their second touchdown of the day.
So Cuenca will come in to attempt the extra point. Left-footed kicker, 5:20 to go in the ball game. Low snap, but they got it down, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. 5:20 to go in the ball game. It's now the Mount 77, Anderson 14 on UltimateSportsTalk.com.
Every day is a great day at the Wishbone Tavern in the Delhi Plaza. The Wishbone Tavern still serves the best wings and burgers in town, but now they offer brunch on Saturday and Sunday starting at 10 a.m. And for your next event, use the Wishbone Tavern's party room, capable of holding up to 60 people. Contact Nicole for a reservation. With a menu full of fresh ingredients, hand-breaded appetizers, and a relaxed family-type atmosphere, your good time will begin when you walk in the door. The Wishbone Tavern in the Delhi Plaza, a proud member of the community, open Monday through Friday at 11, Saturday and Sunday at 10. Every day is a great day at the Wishbone Tavern in the Delhi Plaza. The Wishbone Tavern still serves the best wings and burgers in town, but now they offer brunch on Saturday and Sunday starting at 10 a.m. And for your next event, use the Wishbone Tavern's party room, capable of holding up to 60 people. Contact Nicole for a reservation. With a menu full of fresh ingredients, hand-breaded appetizers, and a relaxed family-type atmosphere, your good time will begin when you walk in the door. The Wishbone Tavern in the Delhi Plaza, a proud member of the community, open Monday through Friday at 11, Saturday and Sunday at 10.
Anderson will kick it off for only the third time today, Chuck.
Yeah, it's been a pretty dominant day by the Mount.
They kicked it off to begin the second half, then after their first touchdown, and now their second touchdown. They're down 77-14. Hunkus will take in the kick on the near side at the 14, cuts it out to the 20, 25, 30, and then he is hit and dropped right at the 40-yard line by P.J. Hayes again.
Yeah, nice open field tackle. Real quick, some top 25s. Alabama held on to beat Arkansas 24-21. Michigan all over Indiana 52-7. Ohio State 41. Purdue 7. Georgia 37. Vanderbilt 20. And Florida State beat Syracuse 41-3. So all the big guns came in pretty lopsided today.
Well, explain to me this after we talk about this. The quarterback still in the ballgame, Schreiber, and Schreiber hands it out around the right-hand side.
Oh, there's a late hit. Yeah, they called it.
Dylan Wilson, and Wilson gets hit out of bounds across right at the 40, and there'll be a penalty on that one.
Yeah,
it's going to be a 35-yard gain for Wilson. Chuck, there are years where Indiana's good, Purdue's good. You think they've got their thing all turned around and ready to go, and then they just fall off the earth again.
I think they have a good one or two recruiting classes, and they can kind of have good years, and then they can't sustain that, and they kind of go back to who they were. And clearly, Ohio State, Michigan, and Penn State, they're good every year. It's just tough. It's just tough to continually compete year in and year out.
Yeah, I mean, what do they do wrong that Ohio State and Michigan don't do?
Well, they don't have 100,000-seat stadiums.
That's true.
They don't have the recruiting. They don't have the facilities. They don't have the tradition. They don't have the coaching. Where do you want me to stop?
Well, Joe Tiller was the coach at
Purdue
for the longest time, and they were extremely competitive.
Yes,
Went to a couple of Rose Bowls under him.
Yep, they were. Wisconsin's had their years where they've been pretty good under Barry Alvarez and the guy that's at Illinois now, Brett Bielema.
But
yeah.
I think he was more off the heels of Alvarez's success.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
That handoff around the left-hand side is stopped up and down for nothing. We will attempt to talk to a player and head coach Tyler Hopperton at the end of this one. 4:35 left to go. I mean, Maryland is in one of those years right now where...
Yeah, well, they got Tua's brother who's pretty doggone good, but then when he goes, can they sustain it?
Yeah. Can they find a guy to come in, and there's a flag, and it's going to be
what's the
delay of game.
Yeah.
Schreiber hasn't gotten many snaps this year.
No, and that's the shame. When we fumbled this previous series, he had the one snap. You'd like to see him get 10, 15, 20 snaps here because I don't know if he's the heir apparent, but clearly without talking about any recruits, he would be number 2 as we lose Josh Taylor and the other quarterback. We have Tyler Prather back for his senior year, but
now the Lions are going to go with 2 men in the backfield with Schreiber, and the handoff goes around to Pittman, and Pittman's going to take it off right tackle, and he's going to take it all the way down to the 16-yard line, and that's a 14-yard gain for the young man.
Yeah, really nice run and really nice blocking on the right side there.
Well, hope to see you all here next week. It's going to be a fun weekend. Chuck's going to be busy.
Yeah, we sure will be. We'll have the football game, and then we'll have a women's volleyball game against Franklin on homecoming week here.
77-14 the Mount. Shriver hands it off to Pittman, and Pittman gets hit right at the line.
4th down. I don't think they made it.
I think you're correct.
Yeah.
Anderson says they didn't. The officials said they didn't. So Anderson will get it back on downs. 3:29 remaining. (77-14). I want to thank all of you sticking around here towards the end of this one because we know it has been arduous.
Yeah, it's hard on us to kind of, broadcast when the games get like this. But the kids that are playing are out there still trying and working hard and get their opportunities.
Brookbank takes the snap and he pitches it out to Hayes around the left-hand side, and he's going to be dropped at about the 21-yard line. That'll be a gain of about 5 on the play.
Yeah, really nice open field tackle there. Looked like, was that Chad Tracy? I don't know if it's him or not, but because they say Chad Tracy's a running back. But
Camden Wells, I think, was out there with the tackle too.
Okay.
But yeah, I agree with you. We saw Chad Tracy playing defense last week, but we've got him down as a running back. So
yeah.
2:59 and running left to go. The key right now, nobody get hurt.
Yep.
Keep everybody in bounds. And the handoff goes to Taylor off the left-hand side. Scampers to the left, then back to the right. He'll take it back up to the 30-yard line. He's got a first down after a gain of 9.
Yeah, he broke a couple tackles. Nice run there to pick up a first down. The Lions continue to substitute with guys running in and out.
2.5 minutes left to go. Brookbank again, empty backfield, drops back. Going to throw it out to the right side, complete on the play, nice catch. And it's brought down right at the 33-yard line.
Yeah, nice job. Keeps him in bounds. It looks like that was Christian Washington on the tackle, defensive back. Well, they list him as a linebacker, but
Caleb Pipes with the catch. That's his first of the day. Lions today have accumulated 564 yards of total offense, but get this, in this game, 291 yards of total offense for Anderson. Most of it, almost all of it, coming here in the second half.
Yeah.
191 yards of it. Taylor the other way, gets hit and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Boy, immediately Noah Hill Cohen Hickman. Hickman from Greenview High School, Jamestown, Ohio, coming in with that tackle.
yeah, just a freshman. Really nice play there. He was excited. And, games like this, they get out of hand, but, everybody's excited for their teammates that don't maybe see the field that often, and it's great to see that.
Well, just what we saw earlier today, Nate Martz getting a touchdown pass reception today. The entire team was just uplifted by that. Rolling out to his left is Brookbank. He's going to throw, and it is complete. Did he get his hands under it? Yes, he did.
They give him the first down.
Gave him the first down. Jameer Grays with the catch. 56 seconds remaining.
Nice little bootleg. I'm sorry. Nice little bootleg.
Anderson with the ball at the 40-yard line. Snap. Brookbank throws out into the flat. Right flat complete to Taylor. Taylor breaks a tackle midfield, and then he is brought down inside Mount territory at around the 47-yard line. Looked like it was Camden King who got the tackle on that, Chuck.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, if he breaks that tackle, he might take that all the way for a touchdown.
It was 13 on the reception, 1st and 10, 25 seconds to go. Clock running, Brookbank looking things over. Now 15 seconds to go, takes the snap, drops back, looks into the flat, complete again to Taylor. Taylor's going to try to get out of bounds, and he will, near the first down marker, gain of 10. And with 7.4 seconds to go, Anderson will have at least one more play left in their book here.
Lions continue wholesale substitutions. Almost looks like a hockey game with line changes. I would assume Anderson's going to heave this into the end zone. Take one more shot at getting on the board.
Well, Brookbank doing the huddle, and tell you, the wind has switched directions, Chuck.
It really has, yeah.
It's blowing into the face of Anderson now. So Brookbank has got trips out to the left. Two receivers out wide to the right, empty backfield. Brookbank is going to throw a short pass over the middle and almost intercepted by the Lions' Christian Washington.
Just, it kind of got deflected, hit. He just wasn't ready for it. But they're going to have another play there. There's, actually 3.7 seconds left, so time for one more play.
That's one stat I wish the NFL and college football would keep. Interceptions off receivers' hands.
Yeah, because it's not the quarterback's fault.
No.
In most cases. Now, sometimes they outstretch, got to reach out and stretch to get it. But, yeah, how many times is it just a perfect throw and they miss it and it's intercepted?
Should be the final play of the game. Brookbank, 3rd and 1, drops back. He's going to crank it over the middle, throws it to Taylor. Taylor at the 32 to the 30. Dives forward near the 25, and that'll do it here this afternoon. Your final score here today, the Mount, with an all-time scoring record for their university, 77 points here today by the Mount, 14 for Anderson, and the Lions win it by that final score. They go to 5-1 overall. They're now 3-0 in the Heartland Conference, while Anderson continues to be winless. They're 0-6 and 0-3 in Heartland Conference play. Mount wins at 77-14. We'll be back with interviews and stats right after these timeouts.
The George Nikias Agency is a full-service company that offers auto, home, life, and commercial insurance needs. George is an independent insurance agent, which means he can customize your personal insurance needs according to the carrier that best represents you. By having access to many companies, George is able to help your family achieve what many agencies cannot. That's multi-policy, multi-car, paid in full, and over 55 discounts. The George Nikias Agency, serving the community since 1986. Call George today at 513-733-1255. Repairing a sewer line in your front yard can be costly and unsightly. Say goodbye to excavations and unsightly nuances in your front yard by calling Neiman Plumbing for all your sewer repair needs. Neiman Plumbing can repair your sewer line by using their trenchless, no-dig sewer repair. Say goodbye to having to repair your lawn. Neiman's trenchless sewer repair involves installing a liner inside the sewer line to prevent future backups. Call Neiman Plumbing, 513-851-5588 for your trenchless, no-dig sewer estimate, or visit them online, NeimanPlumbing.com.
Right back here at Schuler Field, where the Lions have won it here this afternoon, 77-14. And now the Lions have gone to 5-1 overall. And they are 3-0 in Heartland Conference play, Chuck. And this one was one of those games where, boy, oh boy, they started out and just never stopped.
Yeah, they had the foot on the accelerator the whole game. And going into next week, we're going to have a showdown. 2 3-0 teams in the league going after each other. So Hanover coming here. I'm sorry. Hanover comes here, and then Franklin. Franklin's undefeated so far, so I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. But as you said, the meat of the schedule's kind of coming up. I don't see the Lions, stubbing their toe at all until they get the Rose home, and then that'll be for everything. But again, you never know. 1 week's success doesn't mean the next week it's going to be successful. You got to keep playing every week. I think what helped them was Defiance beating Hanover. It got them focused, like, hey, we can't overlook anybody. And it's down to like 4 games now, so we're moving pretty quick through this season.
Yep, and I mean, when you talk about next week, all the top 3 teams won. The Lions are 3-0, Rose is 3-0, Franklin 3-0.
Yeah.
Hanover now 2-1.
Right, and we expected it to be that way, except maybe Hanover 3-0. So we got to just keep taking care of business. Everything's good so far.
Yep, everything looks good. Lions win it 77-14 here this afternoon. Chuck, they accumulated 564 yards of total offense, 331 through the air, and 233 on the ground.
Yeah, again, the balance, we are a throwing team, but we can score whenever we need to almost.
Now let's go down to the field with Blake Watson and offensive coordinator Caleb Coral.
Yeah, Dave, Chuck, I'm here with Lions offensive coordinator Caleb Coral. Coral, first off, congratulations, man. Set a school record for points in the game, 77 today.
Yeah, it's really good. Obviously, you get the school record, but seeing so many different guys impact the game, and from 6-year seniors all the way down to freshmen, and some guys that normally don't get to be in there. So it's pretty cool to see execution at all different phases of our substitutions.
Yeah, man, you guys. Obviously, traditionally, everybody in this league thinks of us as a team that throws the heck out of the football, and we can still do that. You guys coming into this game, 305 yards in the last 2 games you were averaging, and then another 230 today. You got a stable of backs, man. What's it like to be able to have Josh turn around and hand the ball to those guys?
It is a different feeling, that's for sure. We've had some tough dudes come through here over the years, but just having guys that do that, you still have Ari and Cornell as space players, and you can always unleash Josh. But I'm really proud of the running backs. Coach Little's done a great job. I trust all those guys to come in and be able to run all of our schemes. So it is definitely a nice feeling, something that deep I've never felt before. So it's really, really, really cool to have that kind of running back stable.
Obviously, last question for you. It all changes a little bit going into next week. Got Hanover, Franklin, and Bluffton, and Rose to finish this thing out. What do we expect to see a little differently out of the Lions next week on homecoming?
Yeah, I think we just got to really dial into what we, our base schemes and variable ways to do it, making sure that, like you said, the running back stable, wide receiver room, kind of found some new tight end options. Everyone's ready to go to execute their deal, and I'm excited to play some of these teams that will come in here and really, they've defended us well in the past, so just making sure we're at the top of our game when this thing gets tight here going down the stretch, but we're ready to roll.
Coral, thank you very much. Now I'm joined by Lions senior quarterback Josh Taylor. Josh, congratulations on the win, man.
Thank you.
I'm going to ask you the same question I asked Caleb there in the middle. What's it like to have this stable running backs to turn around and hand the football to? You got Mo, Jackson, Holt, Johnny Rager, Ari. That doesn't even count the preseason first-team All-America running back Cornell Beecham Jr.
Oh, it's amazing. I think the most important thing about an offense is being more than one-dimensional. Early in the season, our pass game is kind of what carried us through, but now that our run game is picked up, we're multi-dimensional, and it's very hard to stop when you get your run game going, and it just opens everything up. So having all those guys in our offensive line being as great as they are, it's awesome.
How do you feel, obviously, fifth-year senior, man? How's your body treating you right now? Obviously, it's been pretty good to not play in the second half the last couple of weeks, but how do you feel going into this final stretch of games?
I feel real good, and that's another important thing about our run game and all the amount of running backs that we have. Cornell and I have carried the ball a lot in the past, but having all these guys step up, it's able to save our bodies and get us ready for these bigger games, and it's more fun getting everybody involved like that too. So my body's doing good, and I'm really looking forward for these next couple weeks.
Looking forward to Hanover?
Yes, sir. Can't wait.
Thanks, Josh. I'm going to try to grab Hop really quick, guys, and then we'll be done.
Blake Watson on the field for us here this afternoon as the Lions are going to win here this afternoon, 77-14. Let's go back down to the field to Blake Watson.
Appreciate it.
School record for points in a game,
yeah.
77. It's kind of crazy. What's it like to have that kind of unit offensively to help out? Obviously, you're a defensive guy, so what's it like for you having that
it helps.
team? Yeah, no doubt.
It helps for sure if you can put up the points. And today, too, I mean, a wide variety of guys did it in a wide different variety of ways. So it's always great when, all that happens. It's not just one thing or one guy that took off. So it was really cool, and especially once our backups got in, that several of those guys, got to score and that sort of thing. And so definitely a fun day.
Yeah, I mean, the last couple of weeks we've given up some points, but if you look, our ones have probably basically been shutting people out the last 3 weeks. What is that unit doing right now that really impresses you?
Yeah, and a lot of it's trying to keep them fresh. They all grown today. We start pulling them out, and they grown when we give up the first score because, they did a good job pitching a shutout. But, ultimately those guys are just competitors. I think if you put them in, if they had to start on the 1 yard line, whatever. So that defense has done a great job of just competing regardless of what the score is. And, I think soon enough we'll find out what they're made of.
Everything gets a little different from here on out, right? We kind of all knew what these middle 3 games in the schedule should look like. Hanover comes in here next week. Homecoming should be a big crowd.
Yep.
What do you expect to see out of the Panthers?
Yeah, it'll be great. Getting Coach Hubie back, getting Coach Hubie into the Hall of Fame, be a ton of alumni here, big crowd against a team that I think all alumni of our 34 teams would agree that something about playing Hanover, and so it'll be a great environment. And ultimately, Coach Theobald does a tremendous job at Hanover. They're well coached. They always have a great plan for us. They play us great and sometimes play us better than they play the other guys. And so they'll be up for the game. I mean, their life's on the line. If they want a shot at the conference title, they have to win out, and we're next up for them. So it'll be a great game.
Hop, congratulations. Thank you. Dave, Chuck, back to you guys.
Thanks a lot to Blake Watson and Tyler Hopperson down on the field, and like Hop said, now things change.
Yeah, again, we can talk differently. They have to talk coach speak, but I just feel really good about this team going forward. I just feel like we're going to win these next 3 games fairly handily, and now the Rose game at the end could be tough. But again, one game at a time. This team is really talented, and like he said, we're playing well on both sides of the ball.
Yep. Next week, Hanover back here at Schuler Field. I'm Dave Mitchell with Chuck Murray. We'll wrap it up right after this final timeout.
Take your game to new heights at Mount St. Joseph University, where Division III champions are made. We coach our Lions to become leaders who will win on the field and in their career. With 23 athletic teams and cutting-edge facilities, we are the NCAA Division III university in Greater Cincinnati. Are you ready to compete with the heart of a Lion and become our next champion? Learn more at msjlions.com.
Chuck, 77-14, the Lions win it here this afternoon. Any final thoughts?
Well, again, just a complete effort by the Lions today, and boy, they just continue to roll up the points offensively. They look really good. The first team's basically just playing the first half. Like Coach Hopperton said, we're going to step up in competition a little bit, but I think this team is ready for any challenge that's going to be thrown to them as we go down the stretch here. And they should be very excited about today's game, going forward, about what they have, what's in front of them, and I think they're going to handle business.
Good to have you back.
Yeah, I was glad to be back.
We'll see you next week.
Hey, I look forward to it, Dave.
That's going to do it for us here this afternoon. Our thanks to President Dr. Williams for allowing us permission to broadcast these games. Athletic Director Melanie Wagner, Sports Information Director Blake Watson, not only for his help with information, but also down on the field with the post-game interviews. To all the coaches from both squads, of course, our thanks to Anderson for popping over and helping us do this ball game today. To all of our sponsors, to Greg Mitchell, our producer, but most of all, our thanks go out to you for listening. For Chuck Murray, I'm Dave Mitchell. Until next week at 1 o'clock here at Schuler Field, Hall of Fame Day and Fan Day. The Lions win it here this afternoon, 77-14. Until next week, have a good night, everybody.
You've been listening to an UltimateSportsTalk.com presentation of Mount St. Joseph University football. Today's game was brought to you by Neiman Plumbing at 513-851-5588. The Mount St. Joseph University. Official Investigations and Security Services Incorporated, 844-263-3424. Nesco Resource, call 513-772-5870. Iron sharpens iron at 5229 Montgomery Road. LIT Wellness, call 513-659-3017. The George Nikias Insurance Agency, call 513-733-1255. Neiman Plumbing at 513-851-5588. The Wishbone Tavern, call Nicole, 513-834-8607. Pure Lawn Organic Lawn Care, call Chad today at 513-787-3529. And by Scott Lawson of BSN Sports.